In ancient history, a war between the newly created races of Toril and the forces of Hell left humanity nearly extinct. In the post-cataclysmic world, humans placed themselves above all others, while races deemed undesirable watched from below. Ferox, a newly created race intertwined with beast and elf, were regarded to be even more monstrous and were forced into servitude. During the war, the gods and goddesses gifted unique arcane artifacts to those fighting against the Hells. These items turned the tides of war and brought forth brand new schools of magic in the form of the mage class. Alas, magic and hope fade from a world on the brink of destruction. Our hope now lends itself to a select and unlucky few.
Welcome back, this is the Unlucky Few. We actually play D&D here, contrary to any of this discussion that we've had so far. We leveled up last week. That was exciting. Cass!
Hi.
You still need to roll your hit points.
I do.
Roll me a d8.
Don't you as well?
I'm going to use my
No.
really heavy
I think you're
metal
making
dice
today.
today.
Cass was the only one not here last week.
This is the one. Shoot.
What do you like?
That's 1d8. Now I
Instead of
need
stealing
4
mine.
more.
Oh.
Yes? You said okay. Unless you
Sorry.
didn't hear what I said.
No.
I don't. Never mind. It's a d8, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
that's
that
fine.
plus your con modifier is how many hit points you get.
Oh god, I think I have a +1 for con.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
So you get 6 more to your maximum HP.
45.
As I went
Oh, we're
towards
both
you.
45.
What? Is it 45?
Okay.
I can't
Wait, I
remember
went,
shit.
sorry.
No, it's different.
However,
It's 38.
going back on topic, this is the first time in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks that we've had the full cast here, so it's super exciting. Announcements for tonight. We don't. Okay, cool. You're not actually playing. I looked down and saw like my laptop halfway through a song, and I was like, but it wasn't there.
I guessed for a whole different reason.
Okay.
I don't have any paper left
Oh
to
no.
write on.
Oh, rip you. Anyway,
I'll take notes next on this.
but
Oh.
so
and then-
yeah, you're fine. So anyway, announcements. Nothing is up next week, so we will be coming back at you live next Saturday for some more Dungeons and Dragons. Also super exciting is next Sunday at, what do we do at 3 o'clock?
11.
Oh, 11 a.m. That's right. I forgot we did this super early. Next Sunday, 11 a.m. for all of you post-church goers. We'll be playing a good Christian game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
A one-shot DM'd by our very own Maddie. Catch me playing in that, catch Audie playing in that, catch Cass playing in that, and catch Pat maybe playing in that. Who knows?
I am.
Oh, you are? Ooh, baby, this is gonna get messy. It's a very interesting concept. It's probably even more experimental than Pat's one shot was. So I like that we're exploring some different things here.
It's all homebrew, so be prepared. Sure, Derek, I'll pass this to Pat.
Could you repeat that? I didn't hear it.
Ooh, can you
Yeah,
hand
what
me
was
one of
that,
those?
Derek?
I actually need that.
Do you want all of them?
No, I just need one of them. Hey, Derek, thank you for passing that paper to Cass.
Do you have one more so I can go boobs?
Here you
To
go.
scale.
Just.
4 scale?
Oh, I was posing for Audie.
Oh!
Long 2 papers.
Sorry for that.
Sorry.
Did you bring that to the whole class?
Wow. Fuck you.
It's not an insult.
Where did I put my die? Who
I really
took
do
my
just
die?
want girl.
There it is. I
Regardless.
really didn't take it out of
So,
there.
we are.
I gotta get my revenge eventually.
Just getting this out of the way.
Why are you doing this?
Just everyone gonna ask
Give me
for
one
it
more
and know it.
If you give a mouse a cookie. Ooh. Get it? It was funny because you originally gave the paper to
Hey.
to give a mouse a cookie. Like, it was...
Why would
Arwynn
you
is...
give a mouse a cookie?
Arnie, hurry up and draw the boobs. I want to see them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can we please just play Dungeons and Dragons?
Why am I the only calm one today?
Session 39 is this?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what was that? Session 39. No?
We'll stick my fucking dick straight down that goddamn tube.
Oh my. Wow.
No.
I'll see you after class.
That's how you get your next level up.
Wink.
Level 6.
You guys.
More like level 6.
Yeah, Maddie gets ahead of you guys and I just get head.
Hello, my wonderful husband, sitting right there off screen.
Breaking news. The entire audience who is ever going to watch this video now believes I have a penis. Are you right? Are you wrong? The answer's closer than you think. Sorry.
Fuck, I'm close.
Is it detachable? Who knows?
Wow. Smart.
Well,
After
I
many
forgot
betrayals.
all of us have one.
We were bullshitting. Fuck it. You know
So yeah,
what?
next Sunday we're doing a one-shot. It's gonna be great. The month after that, I believe we are going to get into a new sis.
I forgot to tweet. Do you want to do a video?
No.
No.
Actually, yeah, do it. I'll do a video
I
live.
figured you would, honestly. You wanna?
Yeah.
Cool.
Tell me when to start.
Go ahead.
Hi, we're currently live, and I'm currently live over here, and I'm live here, and I'm live here. Can you see me over there too? I hope you can. Anyway, yeah, come watch us play Dungeons and Dragons. It's gonna be great when we eventually get around to, playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Maybe.
Hey.
Cool. Anyway, so sorry I had to do that promo.
Check out our Twitter.
Anyway, man, this is gonna be really fucking chaotic. I don't know if we're gonna. I guess it's a good thing I didn't plan as much as I thought I would plan because I don't think we're getting anywhere.
OnlyFans.
You got it. There we go.
So yeah, we're gonna be live next Saturday playing D&D. Back to the mainstream.
Can that be
Continuing the
name of his
mainstream. Next
perfume
Sunday,
stand?
we're doing a one-shot that will be DM'd by Maddie. And the month after that, I do believe our end of the month one-shot is going to be more of an end of the month mini campaign.
Yeah,
Through
just a couple sessions.
through a system that Audie is going to run us through that we will get more details on as it gets a little bit closer. But I'm very excited for that as well. All right. I do not believe there are any further announcements aside from Derek is tech tonight, so we don't have to fucking bother. So it's kind of nice. Pat text Ellie unless she's closing.
She's closing.
Fuck. Well, sorry.
Done.
And yeah, that's it. So without further ado, is everyone all right if I move into
Oh no, I'm a lefty.
Yeah, me too.
Shut up.
the announcements?
Yep, we're good.
Where we last left off. Shit.
What have you done?
That one actually wasn't my purpose.
Where we last left off on last week's episode of Price Paid in Blood. The group, having finished their fight with the young white dragon successfully, returned back to their camp to lick their wounds, a very bewildered T, wondering why no one bothered to come and get her during the whole fight. Began to explore the rest of the rooms on the second floor of this temple. They found the dragon's hoard, which consisted of a sword as well as silver pieces. They found a special sort of room that allowed them to get gem dust, which could be used for magical tattooing, as well as a mimic or two, or just the same mimic twice. They also found a golem workshop in which Fen was able to successfully gather some plans and some materials and discern the materials well enough that he believes that he might be able to successfully recreate a golem.
Are we gonna have a new friend?
Yes, we're gonna have a little play friend.
There's other things to make them out of,
Splash?
like stone
Oh, okay.
or iron.
Friend, dirt, friend.
We're
dirt,
gonna have
friend.
a new handmade friend.
Yes.
Anyway, They also found the I always forget the name. The apothecary, the arcane apothecary, in which the group drank a lot of potions. Some of them offered many benefits. Some of them offered some prices in return for the benefits. But still, some of them were taken nonetheless.
Rusifilum?
Persiflon, yes.
Rusifilum, yes.
Yes, his work. And then you all began to head downstairs. Arwynn sort of fucked off and went to do their Ferox thing. Before the rest of you sort of slightly put off by the bodies, the dead bodies of slain guild members, made your way to the central chamber, in which you were able to find the instrument of fate that was calling to T, whose name is not yet known, since that will have to be a whole fun ritual that T will get to do when she gets back, and we'll see what happens with her. But yes, you also met the reason that all of the guild members were dead as the masked vigilante that you have come to know as the Quiet Knight was there waiting for you all. The Quiet Knight seemed intent on taking whatever the shard was that was there, but you all disagreed with what they were going to do with it, and so after a brief test of faith, so to speak, the figure decided to let your party take it and teleport it back to the city of Baldur's Gate. Yes, and Kai pulled Lucian aside for a quick conversation. And as they came back, Lucian seemed rather
disheveled,
off kilter. Kai seemed. Well, I will let you describe how you were, but with that in mind.
And I gave Kai a note.
Oh yeah.
That was important.
I still have that.
No, you literally destroyed it.
Oh right,
I
right.
just wrote
Because you
destroy.
told me to.
I was hoping you would
Was it
literally
one of those?
destroy it.
Was it one of those ripped up and then put in your mouth things?
It's somewhere in here. I have the pieces. Let me throw it out.
That's kind of great.
I'm sorry, I had to get careful. And so, as the party was taking a short rest and just finishing that up where they were, at the entrance of this grand chamber, Lucian sort of wandered off back towards the entrance of this floor. He seemed rather a cross between off-put and annoyed ever since coming back from the conversation with Kai, and he hasn't really been eager to talk to anyone. But as we come back to that,
Maybe Finn was onto something.
what would you all like to do?
You would not look annoyed.
So, let's go home, huh? Got everything we need.
I don't remember why Lucian was bad about Kai.
Kai,
you're not supposed to know.
Kai pulled Lucian out of the room to talk.
Okay.
Did
Then
you
it was
get
a secret.
Did you
secret.
get your first stone?
No,
No,
Arwynn hasn't gotten anything yet, but we will get to RP that as you guys go to leave.
that's what I thought.
So, what would you all like to do?
T would not chase after, but like at a faster than normal pace go after Lucian and just kind of like be like,
Speedball.
"Are you alright?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Just I'd rather not talk right now.
Well, I'm here if you need to talk.
Appreciated. I'm fine. Just annoyed at a friend. And he'll turn around and walk. He'll turn around and continue walking away.
Slim pickings as to who that could be.
T will just shrug and wait for the others to be ready.
Sorry, Arwyn's back now, right?
No,
No.
Arwynn is not back yet.
Oh, well, I guess we should go wait for Arwynn since
You
she's
just
pretty much
hear
gotten
that
everything we
voice in
can.
your head, and that just imagine that's what he said. I noticed I call him he a lot. I gotta change it up.
It's always confusing sometimes. 'Cause I'm always unsure. 'Cause you
What?
go back and forth.
The answer is just
Oh,
yes.
for Arwynn? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say
I was to say Arwynn just uses whatever pronouns they want to.
at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
He
we'll
is
go back
also
to that room and
confused
wait.
by it and tries to not use any pronouns.
Yeah, I'll wait by the statue for Arwynn to hopefully pop back out in that same area because we explored all we can,
So
and then I guess we double back for the Dryad stuff.
yeah, I was gonna say, Syl would offer that while you guys are waiting for Arwynn, because just we know it's gonna take possibly a while. Like for the first time Syl did his ritual, it took most of the day. He would start Dryad, so we get a kickstart. So once Arwynn gets back, we can just go.
Well, some of you also need to devote time to do that golem thing. I'm not going to be of any use there, but we
I'm not
could.
doing that till we get back to Baldur's Gate. I don't want him to get hurt in transit.
The supplies for it's here. Can you do that back at Baldur's Gate?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
already
gathered the spell
gra-
components.
Okay.
I already grabbed the supplies.
So,
Yeah, I was to say you guys have 2 bags of holding now,
Mm-hmm.
so
We could either leave a note, or we could have one person, or well, I guess 2 people stay behind and the rest go do the Dryad stuff.
So like out of character, we're basically deciding like we're not gonna roleplay out the Dryad thing. We're just gonna like say we did it and then leave.
I would assume
I was,
so.
I was just
Okay.
offering.
I just want to
saying
be
that
clear.
would
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'll just leave. I'll wait for Arwynn.
Oh,
Cool.
I'd probably go with Syl to do the Dryad thing.
Yeah, I was gonna go too.
I'm so glad we're going to help the Dryad.
as you guys actually walk past where Arwynn sort of walked into the statue, a shimmering blue field appears as you're going to switch over to you, Arwynn.
Hey.
Ooh, get 3 house fires.
As you walk into the statue, you are brought to a like very kind of peaceful, snowy forest clearing. You're just kind of standing in.
I'll look around and be like, wow,
And
sparkly.
manifesting before you is a like lightest blue in color, sort of not totally corporeal, but like very like misty looking fox. It's kind of just like standing before you. It's about 6 or 7 feet tall, like pads of the feet to tops of the shoulders.
Wow.
It just kind of looks at you.
I'm gonna look back at it. I'm gonna leave.
Hello, little one.
I'm not that little.
You are to me.
My ego is bigger than yours.
Ain't that true?
I will highly doubt that.
Wow. I like your style. Who are you?
I'm the spirit fox. You would know this to be one of the 6 original Ferox that were created. The spirit fox is one of like the 6 unofficial deities of the Ferox people.
Gotcha. Sorry. Okay, so
I see we are not your first stop as far as the ancient Ferox temples go.
no. I got a fancy like couple of boons, I guess, from the first one, and I'll like kind of like point to my weapons.
Indeed. Well, you shall collect another one here, as it is part of the quest that has been given to you.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
We certainly can. If you would not mind, Sarenrae, kind of walking up is a female fox ferox, kind of dressed a little ambiguously as far as their gender goes. They kind of like give you vibes a little bit, sort of like shaved on the sides and back of their head with just like a sort of flop of hair over to about like right above the shoulders. It's kind of like jet black in color. Their ears kind of like pointing back. Their tail is also kind of the same color black as they walk up to you. They have like leathers on, black leathers with 2 daggers kind of strapped at either side of the waist, and then more kind of lined down their legs. You kind of see like one kind of stuck in the side of each boot. They kind of like,
I gotta try that.
yeah, they kind of like
Ooh,
look.
Hold on. Boot daggers. Okay, go ahead.
Have good notes. So they kind of as they kind of look you up and down for a second and go, nice sword.
Thanks.
Here, this is yours. He kind of reaches out and goes to drops a second orb in your hand. Whereas the first one was very it almost looked like a sunrise, and that it had oranges and purples and reds, and it almost looked like a sun coming up over the ocean. This one is like light blue with like some deeper blues and some purples and like black sort of glitter sort of speckled in. It almost seems like space captured in a combination between space and the night sky sort of captured in this orb as they hand it to you.
Yo, this is pretty cool looking. So if I break it, it's gonna create like a black hole, or...
They cannot be so easily broken. It is a key of sorts. There is a temple somewhere in this world. Not on the material plane, but somewhere in this world, where all 6 of these keys can be used to open up the true path. And it is there that you can learn the truth about our people, and hopefully deliver them from their experiences here to what truly lies ahead for them.
Okay. So, all 6 keys on a material plane can open truth to Ferox people in their future. Or is that, like, the general?
In your own way, yes, that is the truth.
Cool. Okay. So like, I'm, like, being led to believe that we're all gonna have these weapons stuff. Anyway, considering we all do. So, where do we get the, like, rest of these?
The rest of...
Orb keys?
Oh, there will be in other temples like this. I see you've already been to the one for the Minima,
This is true.
and now you're at the one for the Volpine,
Yeah. So, where are the rest? Do we already know?
scattered about the world.
Got any clues? Cryptic or none?
I only know that all of them are located in the material plane, though the final door that must be opened is not in the material plane. But that door will give you what you need in order to head back home, as our people were not originally meant for this world in particular. It is a misconception of the elves and the humans especially that the elves' folly in the war of good and evil created us. But in truth, they did not create us. The elves often like to overstate their abilities and their importance. The humans share the same sort of fancy.
Why are you staring at me?
But, in honesty, they did not create us. They merely
Stole our glory.
summoned us. And we went from a nature-loving people, nomads and travelers and hunters and those who lived off the lands, who were highly respected by those around us, to what they have made us. And so, there is many good things that will come from leading our people back home. I do not know why this has been tasked to you. I simply know that it has. But I hope I was able to provide some insight into what you are doing, if nothing else.
That's a hell of a lot of insight.
So it would seem. Now, before you go, if you do not have any other questions, I do have one favor to ask of you.
Sure, I have a question. What's the favor?
Do you mind heading back out and bringing your other Ferox companion to me as well?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure he'd like to know a little bit more about being a fox.
As it were. What is the fox?
Shut off.
That's what there you have it.
So do you head out to get him first before you ask a question?
Divisional 6.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
you would know the Twilight Mouse. That is its name is the Twilight Mouse, and this is the Spirit Fox.
Oh, they just have titles.
Yes.
Okay. I
They
thought
don't have
had
they don't have specific names. At least none that you've heard, and none that you've ever read about in all of your pilfering of
Okay.
Fenn's books from his library.
Hey, do you guys have like proper names?
If I did, at one point, it has long since been lost to time. I am simply known as the Spirit Fox.
Do you want like a nickname?
If you would like, though I would need to approve of it before you use it.
Let me think on it.
So my homegirl Foxy Roxy.
Let me think on it. When I bring Syl back, I'll have the answer for you. Sound good?
As you are.
You got
Cool.
like 5 seconds left.
Is there anything I should be asking? I probably should, but I can't think of anything because I'm an idiot. Oh, do you know anything about these rocks that go into my weapons? Like where I can find more?
Those... I believe those are tools of the old gods, if I am not mistaken.
Stones are weapons of what?
Weapons are created by the old gods.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah.
No, so like you don't want to find the other side.
I do not. I believe Zentha here, and the fox kind of like points its head down towards the ferox that had given you the stone, has taught me many turns of phrases over her existence, and I believe this one is punching above your weight class as far as those stones for me. So I'm not quite privy to that information, nor do I have the power within me to create anything like that.
Fair enough.
But if it is here, then I'm sure the other stones, as you call them, are here as well. As they are, as I've heard, keys in and of their own right in order to bring all of the lost children back home.
Wow, this is a lot. Am I like an alien? Is that a word in this universe? Alright.
Not an alien. You're more like... a precious and beautiful little animal trapped in a cage. Myself and my brothers...
for bruising, you know.
Myself and my brothers and sisters merely wish to see you escape that cage, which I do not believe to be a malicious intent. But please do go grab your friend. There is words that I must speak to him.
I imagine he's like halfway to the dryad, and Arwyn's just like, yoink!
Well, no, Arwynn, this was all happening while you guys were doing
gotcha.
your thing in there and having a gunfight.
Yeah, and I'm about to appear back in front of you.
Yeah, you're about to appear back in front of you, and Arwyn's just gonna be like...
So I was like,
I'm
so I'm
just
gonna go
gonna
get the
pull
dryad. Gone.
Bye.
Alright, so the portal opens up in front of the statue, and Arwynn pops out in
No,
front of the four of you.
Arwynn
Arwynn sticks her head out, and...
I'll be like, oh, perfect timing. I'll just grab you by your collar.
Just imagine she's like, well, what the
As soon as Syl disappears, it just and now Syl's gone too. Lucian has already headed upstairs. I don't know what the rest of you would like to do.
I'm like, I guess I'll do the dryad thing by myself
What
and head
is-
off.
Yeah, I'll go with Kai. They've got
Let's
you know,
say
buddies.
she is left waiting there for the hooligans to get back, the goon squad.
Angrily tapping her foot.
It's the Goon Squad.
So, Syl, your last visit here, I believe you remember seeing a misty landscape with people coming towards the place where Arwynn was, but you couldn't actually see anything. As you were
Yeah.
teleported in this time, you see a beautiful, serene, snow-covered forest. Evergreen trees all around, hundreds of feet tall. As a a black-haired and black-furred Vulpine Ferox kind of twirls a dagger lazily off to the side, and a large incorporeal blue spirit fox sits in the center of this clearing, and as you appear, kind of like bows its head slightly towards you. Thank you for retrieving your companion.
Yeah. Hey, that's a nickname.
Yes?
Okay, so I looked at
Good
the
luck
letters.
trying.
Well, I looked at the letters in your name, right? And there's an X, and it would be cool if I could find that with the I, the P, and just called
A
it.
card with a fox on it. That
Called it
looks
what?
exactly what she said.
So I am Zip. Very well, I enjoy it.
Cool.
Did you die?
Though
Did you die?
I will warn you ahead of time. My brothers and sisters all have very different personalities. The foxes among the Ferox are often known as the tricksters, and the most likely to take things not so seriously. Some of my brothers and sisters are oft to take things very seriously, so I might not suggest a nickname for all of them.
That's alright, I can read the room pretty well.
Specifically, when you get to meet Wolfie, it's,
I've met a couple of them, I get you.
yeah. Oh, and don't tell him that I call him that. It's a bit of a sore subject still, but anyway.
Arwynn will take a little paper out of his pocket. Calls Wolf
Hello.
God Wolfie.
Hello.
Absolutely. How curious. You bear a striking resemblance to your father.
Hey, Hetty Dutlets.
Truly, it would be hard to pick you two apart.
I think you have the wrong person, which I understand.
I do not believe so. You are Sylvanus of the Nightingales, yes?
Yes, which is a half-blood of a half-elf family. Well, mostly human, but as of recent years, half-elf.
Curious, as you do not look half-elven,
Well,
nor
elven.
kind of leans in very close, the nose sort of coming
I think
about 6 inches
I
from
was
your
gonna say,
face.
I think you're just like leaning back.
Kind of leans in, getting as close as you'll allow it, and sort of sniffs.
Can I like poke my head in? It's like, oh yeah, I told you that earlier, didn't I? But he's like, not.
No, but he...
And I
Indeed, it's... I smell Ferox blood in you, nonetheless.
Well, that's because I was a half elf, and then I died, and then
I done
No,
fucked
no,
up.
no,
and I did.
He passed away.
Stop.
Even should that be the case, I sense Ferox essence within your very soul. Not something that could be necessarily altered by magic.
Well, I was pretty sure reincarnation dust was used on me, which made me turn to a fox ferox. So
Indeed, it could, though it would not affect the stuff which makes up your soul. And I do believe I know your father, but I suppose I could always be mistaken.
So that's what your wish did.
no, I have a feeling of what's going on. It's
I
a
want my soul to be as
long
foxy as I
story.
am. And the star was like,
I am pretty foxy.
Well,
Ask about
apologies if I do have the wrong person, then you are free to go.
See ya.
Deuces.
No. Like, alright. So you're.
Alright.
Why do you think he looks like his dad?
And also, I would not usually look at him like normally. He's usually a very large, heavy-set man, and I am very thin and now short. But
I do not recall your father ever being heavy set. He was quite a a proud man, very fit.
Oh,
Always
he's quite
always-
the brown man.
always carried himself very well.
Is he a fox ferox?
Indeed, that long sword and shield.
Do you think that's why you're reincarnated as a fox ferox?
I do
Could
not
have
know.
ac-
I'm not familiar with the spell,
It
but
could
that's
have accessed that which was already in your essence.
Hey,
But
surprise.
I feel as though I'm giving you information that you did not possess beforehand.
yes, and information that I am still flabbergasted how you would even know, because you'd be the first person ever mentioned that there's frogs in my essence. Why? I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm not Kai.
Well, I do not want to overwhelm you any further. So
Yes, sorry.
There's a ferox painting in the castle already.
That's not me.
But it's already like. Never mind.
Your dad is
I
What
know.
if your dad
It's
is
like-
reincarnated
It's still
into
like
a
it's the
half
same. It's never mind. I didn't.
I-
That
explain
character, I know
myself.
what's going on.
I'm
This
not
character,
even
I
surprised.
no idea.
I'm sorry.
I think
No, it's
Maddie
not.
might have just figured out something, but if you,
Oh,
I will ask you to keep theories to yourself. But
I can't look at any of you right now.
I don't. I was gonna say I would. That said, you guys have so little information on this right now. I would be flabbergasted if any of you managed to figure out like the correct shenanigans that are
I have
happening
no
currently.
idea.
I think all of
But
them
no.
are secretly fox ferox, because apparently like 3 of them are.
But I do not wish to overwhelm you any further. That said, it is always welcome to have another of my children around in this plane doing good. So, thank you. If ever you find yourself in need of help, simply pray to me, and I will do my best to help you. And if I cannot, then Zentha can be quite helpful when she's not being... You can kind of like look over and just see this fox ferox just like raising a single eyebrow at this demigod. Stubborn.
I am like 50% sure that Mistra has a claim on me, and I'm pretty sure the other 50% is claimed by Arwynn.
Is that Arianel's instrument then?
Yes, it is.
She and I talk.
Wow.
Talk like talk, or talk as like Arn talk?
Talk as in we have friendship.
I love the smile on your face, guys.
I'm mimicking what she's actually.
We have a friendship as the place where she resides and the place where I enjoy residing are similar in geographical climate.
So this is not Castalia.
Where we are now,
Mm-hmm.
no. We're unfortunately stuck here unless this little one can manage to figure out the task that has been laid before her.
And that task is?
Finding a key to show the Ferox the way home.
And where's the way home?
Back to Castalia, of course.
Out of character, I fucking knew it.
I know things. I'm
Well,
smart.
you need to pay attention more.
Roasted. But, I should probably not talk about this. I'm probably already going to be in trouble for saying too much, but I would, well, once we get back home, I do still need to continue living there.
That's okay, we won't be there.
Like I said. So, you have a task to bring all the Ferox home to Castalia.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm getting that so far. And we are currently in what plane?
You were in the material plane, in Faerun, as it is called. There is much that you will come to learn.
Okay. What if not all the Ferox want to go back to Castalia because they have a life here?
That will be a very long and complicated story that we do not have time for today.
Okay. Let's say if I am who you think I am, because my soul is, why did you want to pull me into here? Because I do believe that
Simply to meet. A mother likes to know her children. And as I said, if your father is who I believe he is, then I am friends of your father.
What's his name?
I do not believe that is my information to give. Apologies. But if you do not have any further questions for me, then
I
I
have like 50 questions.
would not want to overwhelm you any further.
And how do you know my father? And how the hell did you know my father?
Well, clearly he's a Ferox. Like,
Well, clearly. Have you seen pictures of him?
I mean, you don't
He
know what
was-
he looked like before you were born.
He was a paladin of mine. But I digress. It is time, I believe, for you to return, as there is one additional thing that I must speak to your friend here about before you return.
Me?
Indeed.
Am I in trouble?
No.
Cool.
You're very curious.
Is that a good thing?
Indeed, your personality is... It is surprising that you are a Minima and not a Volpine with your personality, to be honest.
You know, I'm a little squirrely, so there's no, like, part for that. So they just stick me
As you say. Well, regardless, a pleasure meeting you, Sylvanus Nightingale. Apologies if I have given you too much to think about. It's not my intention. If you would prefer to pay it no mind, then please do.
Sylvanus was born and the world was like,
So this is like mentally going like, why is everyone telling me so many secrets?
Maybe he got permanently polymorphed into a different race.
His parents got money.
I mean, that's what I guessed.
I have theories.
Or he could just be disguising himself.
So you guys, I was actually a Ferox the whole
But
time.
that's just a silly.
Alright, so as she sends you out still, unless you would attempt to protest in any way, she would escort you back out to the room where you were waiting with T. And once you're alone, your friend is curious and
He's just yelling at you.
wondering if he plays coy or whether he does not know his own history.
No, he has no idea.
There are two separate but equal essences that I sense inside of his soul, and if I'm being particularly honest about it, none of them are elven in nature. One of them is Ferox in nature. The other one is some form of demonic.
Brother.
You killed him!
Is your mom possessed by the devil?
You'll learn.
I killed Sylvanus again!
But,
Oh, I don't think he's only pleased to know that.
maybe do not mention that.
I'll tell him that he's two souls.
Sure. I don't know if that's necessarily better,
I'll
but
tell him that it makes him time travel.
When Kai brought you back from the dead, he actually just put a second soul in your body.
regardless, thank you for coming here.
Thanks for like absorbing me, I guess.
Spirit. Healer.
So she gave me a rock and not a key, right?
The rock is the key.
The rock is the key. Okay. I got confused. I'm sorry.
It's like the Dragon Balls.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the rock goes in my weapon.
Died, he probably grabbed you. Someone was like, shove it
Wrong
back
one.
in the body.
What?
The rock goes in my
He grabbed
weapon.
No.
two on accident.
I got a different rock.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
one clump.
You
she
have
grabbed
two of these
something.
orbs now
Did you see two?
that you've gotten one from each temple.
Right.
You need like
So-
7 more?
I am 4. There's
I
one
think
for
there were 9.
no. There's one for each. They're not the fucking rings
Oh,
for the
times-
Nazgul.
Right, the times of like day, right? That's what they like symbolize.
Not necessarily.
Totally,
When
yeah.
I was not-
Each one of them
someone grabbed
represents
his soul.
the one of the races of Ferox, and there are 6 of those.
I thought it was like
Mouse.
that, and they also were like, cause like isn't the mouse like on Dawn?
The Twilight Mouse.
Twilight.
No, you're right.
Oh.
It is the Dawn Mouse. That's right. It's the Twilight
Your
Dragon.
parents
Fuck.
saw
Twilight,
it.
yeah, that's what you said.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
Well, Dawn.
I've
Dragon
written
makes sense.
I've written a lot of fucking lore, so
I have
What?
Twilight Mouse version, and I don't.
That's
Gotcha.
what it was called, at least when we were at the
Mhm.
place.
All right.
It's just
Well,
like,
It changes like.
we'll look it up.
this way.
We get there when we get there. So, with that, you are dismissed, and you are sent back out to the antechamber waiting room.
Sylvanus, you have 2 souls.
Arwynn, in
Did
your
you die again?
How's it
No!
in, actually, out loud, as the portal closes, you can all just hear.
No, he doesn't.
Just kidding.
Meanwhile, you and I are just like fetching water.
I just imagine T just grabs
Yeah.
you both by the
What's
back
your
of your
strength?
shirts and starts dragging you the way the rest of
12
the
or, like,
party
I just imagine like as being pulled. I didn't want to be pulled in there. Arwynn pulled me in there.
It's okay, it's fine. You can actually have 2 souls if you reincarnate. It's fine, it's the same one. You can't tell
What?
if she's lying or not. Can I roll for deception?
No, honestly, Arwynn speaks so much nonsense that it's all, like impossible to like parse the nonsense.
It's like a
of that.
3-year-old who just like learned like how to talk completely,
Yeah.
like babbling.
So like, I still want to tell you the truth, but also I'm lying afterwards, so you're not really sure.
2 truths and a lie. Figure it out.
I'm gonna zoom in truth you one of these days.
You're gonna what?
Zone of truth, you.
That's okay. I'll just make all my answers ambiguous.
Or you could just pass the save.
That's true.
Was it wisdom?
I think
Yeah,
so,
you guys managed to collect the water and give it over to I believe her name was Althea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, no.
Yeah.
Solstice?
And she kind of like absorbs the water, and she kind of like seems to sort of like capture portions of the flowers before like kind of like blinking them out of existence. And she does that to all of them, and then finally takes a great deal of time to do that to the tree, and manages to send it back. But then proceeds to. She kind of seems like a little tired, but then takes a little bit to rest as they finish up, and as you all are at the entrance to the tower, you meet back up with Lucian, and the Dryad is just standing there with you guys, ready to travel.
I think his name was Solstice.
Was it Solstice?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind, it was Solstice. Listen, I have so many fucking names to keep track of.
So, like, are you going to be good to, like, travel through the desert? Like, that's gonna be fine? You're not gonna go, like, no offense, dried up? Like, what happened for the past, like, 1,000 years?
As long as
Dry
I regularly can have access to water, then yes, I should be fine to travel.
I have 2 water skins, so that should last us a few days.
Excellent.
We have liquids that's not water.
You know what?
She'll die!
I need to
Let's not pee on the
Don't
dragon.
drink, don't drink anything that tea gives you.
Oh, you're talking about alcohol. Okay.
I need to rearrange.
Ah, no!
What are you
Need to
into?
work.
I think we need to ask Kat.
And we're off on the road again.
She's like physically traveling with us, or just gave us a sapling? Because I thought she was giving us a sapling.
No, she's physically traveling with you guys. She changed her mind.
Taking a plant
Doesn't
that
wanna
needs
go.
water daily through the desert.
She's not gonna give us a plant. Okay.
She sent all of her. She kind of like blinked all of her plants away. So there's now no moon lilies and no giant tree that is in the garden. She vanished them. Yes.
Seriousness, we could just go to the alchemist room and just get a bunch of vials and stuff of water.
Yeah, because of that bathhouse, we could just fill up all of our water skins. Me just fills up my bag of holding with water.
I mean, in all seriousness.
Yeah, that
Full of
actually.
silver too, just like water and silver.
Well, no,
Ew.
that's actually filled with all the focuses, so I think
Yeah.
it might actually be full.
Oh,
It's
is
okay.
it?
Listen, we have
Yeah, your
water
bag
skins.
is like full.
I'm sure if anything, there's probably some spare water skins laying around this giant mansion.
I have
I
like
mean, we
a
have
bunch of
bottles.
empty bottles.
Rich
in
people
this
don't
pocket.
drink water.
Sorry, they drink angel wine.
We could just get like a barrel and put like rope and just drag.
Take a shot.
I
Good idea.
Don't.
You'll be in charge of it.
actually
she?
need
Oh,
that
yeah,
much
there-
water daily. I need about the same amount of water as you do.
Alright,
Why's
so
everybody looking
let's
at
go.
me? I'm not the water guru.
All right. She brings out her second water skin that's full of alcohol. We need to finish
It's
this. So we
definitely
can
not
No, we don't.
We need to finish this so we can
We're
put
just gonna
water in
pack
it.
a few seeds in the desert.
If
Yes, not good.
you have any of the other liquids that they partook of in there as well, I can also survive off of them as any other person can. I am a living creature. I'm not a houseplant.
Oh, well, we
I
just
don't
thought-
think any of us could survive
No
drinking
offense,
just
we just
that.
don't know how the
Yeah.
physiology of a dryad works, so we just assumed like only water.
I can drink things other than water.
Oh, okay, great. Then we're fine. We got plenty of booze. Let's get going.
I don't think that's gonna dehydrate her.
A little bit of water,
Just-
shot of booze.
Y'all
shot
want
of
to see
water.
something cool? Beanstalk. Just like dry.
In the middle of the desert.
So, do you guys depart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, as you depart, I'm going to break this up into, I'm going to have, unless somebody specifically informs me that they would like to take watch with someone in order to have like some sort of RP scene, I'm going to do 3 daytime checks and 3 nighttime checks, and I will need 2 people for each check. You cannot make the same check on back-to-back days, and you cannot make more than 1 check in a day.
Gotcha.
I want to make a check with Syl.
So,
It's probably
first,
started.
first daytime check. Who wants it?
Me.
I'll do it.
Perception
I'm
check
gonna-
from both of you.
I'm gonna go for nighttime. To start.
Also, we don't have to like roleplay it or
Yeah,
anything, but
same.
T would be like checking
I'm
on
rolling
Lucian.
good today.
I think my Dark Vision got better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get back to Baldur's Gate, so I don't plan on really role-playing watches, because
It's 23.
that'll take like 40
19.
minutes.
Ooh, nice
23?
guys.
19.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. You have a decent first few days of travel. You know, you're making good time, and there is not too much that really goes on. What?
I said it's dry, it's sandy,
Yeah, pretty much.
it's hot.
Lucian is he's pretty quiet, honestly. He spends his time as he's walking, sort of studying Chrono Break a little bit, trying to get used to it.
At night, T would be trying to get him drunk to like loosen him up and help him feel better.
Spill your secrets.
We'll see.
You know, all the
First
polishes
nighttime
in the
check.
sword.
Arwynn and Syl?
Sure.
Alright, make your rolls.
2.
I'm trying to remember Elvish, but I just can't get it.
Natural 2.
I got a 15. But I don't know what to add to it because I forgot.
Let's be
Wait,
better for
what are we
Voldemort.
doing? Which type?
Perception.
Perception.
Oh.
15 plus. Dang it. Sorry, my brain can't find it really quick. 20. Unnatural 20.
I believe it's like a 7.
Proud of you.
Solid.
I believe Kai.
What?
What? You say something?
Right. So you find yourself a little distracted during the nighttime watch. It's you know, for potentially obvious reasons.
Kai's food.
Not that great.
But even still, nothing too eventful happens, and everything seems to pass pretty quietly. So, next daytime check. Who wants it?
I can't take it, right?
No, you can take it. Kai and T can't take this one.
I mean, I'll do it, but I get disadvantage on checks during the day, so.
Do I want to do a daytime check today or tomorrow?
We can do one today.
Let's do it today.
All right, make perception checks, both of you.
2.
Better.
Natural 1. 6.
Wait. Unnatural 20.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey. I roll low. Last night you roll low. It's smart.
Still,
Great.
about halfway through the day, as you guys kind of get out of the desert and into more like hills and plain like terrain, you're the first one to notice like a speck in the sky, kind of flying towards you, getting closer and closer. And as it gets close enough for you to figure out what it is about 500 feet in front of you, and maybe half a mile up in the air. It appears to be a blue dragon of some sorts.
How big we talking?
At least as big as the one you fought in the temple.
Cool.
Just a blue dragon?
Blue dragon.
Can I tell if it's coming down at us?
It appears to be flying, retaining altitude.
Oh wait, I don't know this, but if you tell me,
I mean, I'm gonna poke you.
You're gonna poke me.
There's a whole ass dragon in the sky up there.
No, Riv, go back to sleep.
It's daytime.
The blue dragons
Go
are the
back to
bad
work.
ones.
Also, what I imagine when I was in the forest.
I think we just walk by.
I mean, it's a young dragon. We could take it,
I mean, we're not hurting it.
and by the time it flies onto us, we would already have like an opening salvo or two.
You guys know Draconic. That one that we talked to last time seemed pretty chill.
Yeah. I don't see why to bother it unless we have to.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we're leaving it be.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go a little further ahead to kind of make sure there's no.
I'll cast Armor of Agathist on myself just in case, because I'm scared.
So you just try to leave it be?
Yeah. I know, how on Patrick like?
The dragon's hungry. I got a nat 20.
The dragon seems to fly directly overhead and continues its way down south.
Oh,
Sorry, just because I get confused with
Who are
that.
the bad
Were we
ones?
traveling north?
You are traveling north.
I'm
To Waterdeep.
From Waterdeep. So.
Oh, right.
Just to
From
fly
Waterdeep.
over.
Gosh, get your map right. So
Able
it's
to
like
watch
you're
it
not- it's
fly
not like you're
directly
from
overhead
there.
and continue off to the south.
Would I be able to see it go all the way into the distance and disappear?
Yeah, disappears on the line of the horizon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna be looking ahead for any clues or suspicious items.
Gotcha. Nothing else of note happens during the day. So, night check. Who wants to take it?
Oh.
I'll let all three of you take it if you want to.
Perception.
Yes.
Join the
Very
club.
good.
Are we getting a 1 every round?
It's the box.
No, shut up. I'm getting good rolls on this one this time.
I got an 11, so.
This is where we.
19
You're
again.
now in timeout.
Another night that is very peaceful, very quiet, not too much happens. Is there anything that any of you would like to talk to each other about, or not in particular?
I'm just gonna go check out what I can do, and like I'll break a pencil and then cast a mending on it. And it's, oh, whoa, it's fixed, and then I go to bed.
And she's just like, steps back into a shadow, disappears, reappears on the opposite end of camp.
I can't do that, but I just imagine he goes like a strobe light in and out of being invisible, but he can only do it in a still shadow.
I imagine he backs up into the shadows, and then Kai just sees him like sprinting around the like radius of camp.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
He's much better at this than I am.
She would
Shut
just
up,
still be
Cornelia.
trying to like cheer up Lucian, get him drunk, that kind of stuff. She knows that he loosens up when he's drunk.
He
Not that close.
yeah.
I cast power word
That's
now.
more like.
He still seems a little tense, and you realize that probably in the next 2 days, you should be heading by the mountain pass where the Cloud Peak Monastery is located.
I can't wait to see my girlfriend. That's what it is.
I'll mention it to the party that if they want to stop and have like a place to rest during our travels, we could always go there.
I mean, I don't see an issue with that. It'd be nice to, not sleep out in the wilds.
You're gonna take us home? Well, what are your family?
No, her
Actually, no, none of them are there anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're in Baldur's Gate.
Or
And
dead.
right here, because home is where the heart is.
I wouldn't go
true.
that.
How'd you make that?
I walked. Well, I ran, and then I walked. And then I ran some more. There was an owl bear. It was scary. But here we are.
Owlbear.
No, outside of it.
Mm.
Up top.
Where we are.
No, not right here. Still in
At Waterdeep?
No, I wasn't there yet.
Aren't those audios?
Hello?
She's sorry.
Those.
What? Oh, yeah, I just said we can have some.
Oh, okay.
They've been launching on them.
So I would just leave it up to the whole party if they want to go or not.
You can have some, I don't care.
Lucian doesn't say anything. He's sort of sitting off towards the edge of the fire, kind of quietly, and just sort of like.
Is he like paying attention at all? Like if okay.
Yeah, it's fine by me if we stop there. I don't see the harm in it.
Lucien, we're thinking about stopping by the monastery.
As you wish.
But do you wish?
We're just
Not from the
We're-
stars, please.
we're funny. We just need like I guess a vote breaker. We're all unsure, but
Well, somebody flip a coin, Arwynn, you have one of those.
What I do?
Do you want to make the decision by flipping a magical coin?
My magical coin. What's the decision? I wasn't really listening. I was fiddling with my
Whether we sleep in a building or sleep outside, basically.
We're gonna sleep outside next to the building. We don't need a coin for that.
The building it is, but outside of it, adjacent. Let's go.
in the alleyway.
Into the thick of it.
Hearing that you guys are going to be going to the town, Lucian leans forward, grabs one of the bottles, and just.
Glad to have you in the conversation.
Attaboy. And Teal just slap him on the back.
Ow.
You've been very quiet lately.
Indeed.
Bard got your tongue.
I didn't.
I imagine
do
Kai's
anything.
just staring at him the entire time, just like.
There's a lot of sexual tension.
With who?
I don't know, but it's there.
You're the only one who's reading it. I think it's between yourself and yourself. And I think you believe it.
Oh,
think
no,
it is
definitely
too.
not. If you do that, God cries. So no.
What if you call yourself?
No, thank you. Next.
Shadow Clone.
Nope, next.
Which god? All of them.
All of them. Rain
I want to go home.
So do I.
Remind me not to touch the sheets.
It should be on my bed anyways. You little voyeur. I know what you do.
I follow the rules.
There's no rules against voyeurism.
Our bickering has attracted the dragon again.
I've never been more glad to have a room in the castle.
You see my ferret, by the way, let me know. I think she's not dead.
You have not got your ferret back yet?
Well, we kind of left the city, so...
He pulls it out of his bag. I follow them.
Oh, you kept it, Kai. You do care.
No.
I think I'm gonna move out of the inn at this rate.
Out the name?
Ew.
I didn't mean it like that, you creep.
I think
Lucian takes another very long swig from the bottle before
Oh,
putting
which
it
one's
back
he
down.
drinking?
He's just drinking like a regular bottle of alcohol that he brought, not one of the special super fuck you up ones.
You sure? I know what they do.
I didn't get to write them down.
Can I slip in my potion of ogre strength and say it's a really good drink?
Because I know I have a bunch of them.
You're such a wig.
Yes.
No.
I just know I'm just the magic item.
Picks it up,
paper hoard.
kind of swirls it.
Good
That's a
point.
natural 20.
He slams the rest.
Yum yum yummy.
This would have a negative effect on me. He's gonna
Gosh.
drink it anyways,
How?
isn't he? It makes your strength 19.
Oh! Ooh, good for you. I take it back. Shove it. Do I work out? I read books.
I work out because I had no magical capabilities prior to this.
Oh, don't worry. The only thing giving me those is a nice lady in the sky, and I can change at any moment.
Is there
Then
something
I'm just-
wrong with working out?
No, I just don't do it.
Yes, I can tell.
I go to
You
cast a
just-
sky
that's
self. I
fine when
forget
it's
that I
supposed
don't do it anymore. Someone's like, are you
Sure.
sure?
I
Give me
have
one.
this myself, but it's a spell.
I will give you one of the really terrible ones.
Can't be worse than the last drink I had.
I'll give
Or
him
the
the,
last special drink I
Give
had.
him some water.
I'll give him the Astral Sugar Rum.
What is that one?
DC 16 con save or gain drunk status plus disadvantage on wisdom and charisma saves.
You're gonna get some answers from him. Maybe.
He's gonna pass. He's a great con.
Oh! Sorry, I look. Wow.
Sorry.
To be fair, so I was to say he has essentially finished a fifth of whiskey by himself already. So when he takes this, you can just like.
Can't be any worse than the last drink I had.
Well, no, he said the last special drink I had. He like takes it. You can still see the head shake. Still not worse than the last special drink I had, but is that magical?
I said special drink.
Well, special and magical don't always mean the same thing. Sometimes
Oh, Sylvan, does he even consent?
special is magical alcohol, and
Oh,
sometimes
sorry.
special is that shit that we found in the place with the potions.
Well, how do you feel?
Are you okay? Oh, I apologize.
Still better than I did
How
after
do you
the.
feel? Loose lips?
Still better than I did after the last special thing I
Lucian,
drank,
did
which
you
was
drink any potions?
potions.
Did you drink the potions? Is
What?
this are you
What is
dying?
happening?
Can he not drink alcohol?
What?
He's just drunk.
Oh, ooh.
No,
I saw
had
my whole life. I didn't know if he saw that too.
yeah, I had
The double take got me. What?
I had the one potion there that made me stronger.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
then when you guys were waiting for Arwynn, I snuck back in there and I drank one of the other potions.
I wanted to
Ooh.
do that, and I wasn't here.
which
for
one?
it.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, it was the one to like help you with being able to take more punishment before you go down.
Kinky.
You know,
You
you know.
beat me to it.
Never.
I'm not really sure what the one
What
I
did it
drank
do
is,
to
but I
you?
can see magic all the time now. It's pretty
Uh,
crazy.
made me tougher. I feel like if somebody hit me right now, I feel like I wouldn't feel it as hard.
I wouldn't punch
Is that
someone in the
because you're
butt.
currently drunk?
No, that's from the potion.
So should I hit you?
Arwynn
Yes.
punches him in the butt.
What?
Why are we going to hitting our own teammates?
I
That
already
depends.
said like 3 times.
We're
Arwynn
about to
punches
take
him
a
in the
long
butt.
Don't finish that sentence.
You punch him in the butt.
Does he feel it?
Buns of steel.
Are you trying to make it hurt?
No, I just want to see if he feels it.
He like feels it, but it doesn't seem to bother him at all.
If I punch harder, are you gonna be mad at me?
You can do whatever you'd like.
I punch him in the butt to see if it hurts.
Alright, roll the hit, I guess. Damn, I was gonna finish a snappy,
Nat 20!
snappy thing to 2, but no. Nothing, roll.
Sorry.
You punch and it hurts your hand.
He's wearing plate now.
Sir, how many squats a day do you do?
A lot.
11.
Wow.
But
Can we watch?
you asked
No.
if you can hit me?
Is he standing or sitting?
Standing.
She'll step closer and say, "Oh, should I hit you then?"
Depends, you wanna lose a fight?
Can I
Wait, I
watch?
found sexual
I'm down.
tension.
Good eye, Kai.
Roll perception.
Wait, what?
Roll for
11.
What's going on?
I don't actually care. Don't
Wait,
make
what's
it
going
fun.
on?
Nothing.
He
I
rolled to see the sexual
roll
tension.
sexual
Oh.
tension check.
What did you say back to that?
I'm down if you are. And she'd probably like step a little closer.
No.
Oh man, she's a terrible person.
I think there's something.
Stop laughing every time it happens.
Hold on.
What?
This would only be fair if you're just as drunk as him.
No, I was say I'm laughing at that. He's going with the full frat boy strategy. If I get you drunk enough, you're bound to sleep with me.
She's not gonna actually do anything.
No, you want a threesome with him and Alina. That's
I
what
just
you're-
imagine
Wow.
you standing over him. This is for Lumina.
I mean, that would solve my problem.
Choking Lumina?
No.
Oh wait, no.
Why would you
Sorry.
choke Lumina? This is for Lumina. Yeah, clearly, because you're choking her.
There's a character, so I got confused.
Lushmina.
Oh God, please stop.
I wouldn't want to hurt you.
Like you could.
Stop with the dick measuring
He flicks
contest.
your nose and hurts you. Does one damage.
I know I could, but you got someone kind of important to get home to.
This goose free. He's right.
What's wrong? It's your daughter.
What, you're gonna try to kill her?
We all have people to get home to, but a simple test of wills isn't necessarily going to prevent me from returning.
Maybe sometime before you get me really drunk next time.
Cheater.
I imagine we're all just sitting there, like, eating, like, watching this happen, like,
I'm just tossing jerky in the Riv's mouth.
Sylvanus, have you ever had a
Riva's
cranberry
enjoying
tart
it.
before?
Riva's squeaking very, very loudly.
But with lemon.
She would just like put her hand on his shoulder and be like,
No.
We
"Well,
should
if you
make some
want
when we get back.
after,
They're quite
I
delicious.
drink as
We're
well
just
next
like,
time."
And you push him against the wall.
That sounds good, actually, though.
there's no wall, we're outside.
And she would start like taking
There's
like a
buildings.
step back.
Whatever you would wish.
Wow, that was
You want any-
uncomfortable.
You want any of this? And kind of like motions over to the Dryad. The Dryad just
Oh, I forgot she was here.
drinks the actual sugar rum.
Ugh.
You don't need to police the baby. She passes though. She kind of drinks it and just.
I sure hope we don't get attacked on the road. Wait, is it nighttime or daytime?
It's nighttime.
Oh, we're fine.
Don't worry, we're safe. I rolled a 1.
Anybody else doing anything tonight or no?
Was I allowed to be on the night watch or no?
I mean, we're all
I mean,
awake for like-
everybody was awake for that shit.
Oh, cool.
I'm just
Can I
assuming
roll?
only like 3 people were actually paying
You already
attention, and the rest were all just
You
chilling.
already rolled.
Did I roll? I can't
These
remember.
three.
We already rolled, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll just once it's getting late, I'll go to
So we're like halfway
trance
back
or
now.
whatever.
Up to 3.
Actually, Lucian is going to open up a little bit because we're way ahead of schedule for I prepared for tonight, so we have time to RP some extra
That means
stuff
there's
here.
still
that I
time
didn't-
for us to fuck it up.
Yep. Sil, you didn't get hurt too bad from that gunshot, yeah?
No, I can't feel my right arm.
Oh.
She slaps the lower part of his arm.
Who's having a heart attack?
Guys, again, I'm exactly like this.
Are you actually okay?
No, it actually really did hurt. You know, it felt part of my shoulder blown away.
Right. I'll
got
have to talk to them about that.
Who's
You
them?
know who it is.
Well, I mean, that bounty hunter has been plaguing the streets of Baldur's Gate for, oh Christ, years now.
You going through with them?
They don't seem like a plague to me.
The quiet guy?
The Quiet Knight is what they refer to themselves as. They do a lot of good. They're just a little reckless.
Do you see it as frontier justice?
Yeah, it's definitely that. I mean, as far as bounty hunters go, I mean, I'm sure it can get worse. It's probably like they seem to me like 15% for the highest bidder and 85% their own personal agenda.
I get it.
As far as doing the right thing goes, so I mean,
So you do
can't really complain about it. It makes things a little more tedious for me as captain of the guards, because you know they don't exactly always take the most legal of routes. But
So you do see him as a plague then?
no,
Well, you just said plaguing the streets.
You speak with them frequently.
roaming the streets is that a better term for you to use to not pick me apart for my vernacular?
No, I was just confused if you approved of them or not. I was not meaning to
The guard-
interrogate you.
The guard captain should not approve of them.
But Lucy does.
The person approves. Of
Okay.
them.
Right now, you're
I-
not the guard captain, though, are you? You're with friends.
Yeah, they do the right thing more often than not, but I mean, they also do things that are morally gray, most likely for money or for us, some other alternate reason. But I mean, you know, who hasn't done something that they don't totally agree with because they were paid to do it? Let's be honest. It's not like I agree with every single order that comes down to the guard captains, but I still carry them out. That said, I mean, aside from not being the best father figure in the world, I mean, Bastion leads us pretty well. He's never done anything that I would consider bad enough for me to quit the guard, so...
Really?
Like I said, I mean, Kat is one of my best friends in the city. We've known each other since we were both 1 or 2 years old. And so obviously there will always be a small part of me that doesn't fully agree with how he handled the situation. I mean, it could have been way worse what he did, but I mean, he fights for the city. He cares about all the people that live there. Well, mostly. If something were to attack the city and outside force, he would not only organize a defense, but he would be front and center for the first one to swing a sword through them. So, I mean, what else can he really ask for from a leader? He's not someone who hides behind his palace doors and orders people to die for him. He's never been anywhere other than on the front lines. So,
Sims minus sign.
can't fault him for... God, you guys are so black and white with this shit. It's hilarious.
No, just because.
No, I'm not. I'm just curious to see where he's
No,
going.
but I was about to say with Kai, it's just like it's funny how much you guys hate Bastion, despite the fact that he's never really done anything.
No,
that
no,
bad.
just about what he said. Like, oh, because of Cat, there's a small part of me. And Kai's like, should be more than small. He's also just angry at Lucian right now.
I was about to
general,
say,
so
do
anything he says.
Do
is gonna
you
take
say
a
that
while.
out loud or no?
No, no, he's just like.
Yeah.
I feel like if Lucian were to look over at Kai, he'd clearly see that he's not happy with him. So.
What's your problem?
Nothing.
I believe it's called resting bitch face with Kai.
Ooh, I'm like eating my biscuits like it's popcorn.
Make your bitch face rest.
Oh,
Listen,
bedtime is good for everybody.
I know you're not gonna want to hear this because it feels like that's the kind of person you are, but I've known Kat a lot longer than you have, and believe you me, I have screamed at Grand Duke Brightvein on more than one occasion for how he fucked up that situation, but he's doing his best to turn it around, and I mean, if I'm being honest, if
Were
he
you
had
nuts before?
if he had been completely accepting of her and allowed her to be herself while retaining her position in that household, that position of power is never something that she would be happy in. What happened was rough, but it was for the best in the end. She had a good support system of people both outside the palace and people inside the palace as well. She's always had my back, and I've always had hers. As for the other thing you're mad at me about, that's still not my secret to tell as much as you want me to spill it. Sorry.
We're all making Shrek face.
Am I missing something here?
I
Probably.
think we're all missing something here.
Leave that shit to the night.
Wink wonk?
What's happening, Kai? Oh, I don't have my mustache anymore.
Nothing you can afford.
I have some money, but I think my friend.
You all have a fuck ton of money. You all have literally so much money that I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do with you guys when you get back to fucking Baldur's Gate.
What were you bullied about 2 souls?
do.
Oh no.
We got
no,
380
stuff
prize
with you.
money, and most of us got 100 gold each from the ritual, and then we got how
Why?
much silver.
Because
We
you
just gave
were
you, like,
already
300 gold
fucked up
each.
about it.
Nothing
so
you
I
can
figured I
afford.
would just
Talked
screw
about it,
around with you a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, no, not really, but it's... What she was saying made no sense at all.
I know.
Unless.
I
Is
just-
that how? No.
Mysterious
No,
note.
no, that's not how they work, Arwynn. I
That's
think...
okay.
You just see Lucian kind of pull something out of his pocket. He's kind of flipping through the pages of something as he sort of like looks at the pages of something, looks up at Syl, looks at the pages, looks at Syl, just kind of smiles and puts it away.
Can I try to get
What?
a glimpse of it?
Wait, do we all notice that, or just...
Just kind of Kai. Kai's the one who's paying the most
Okay.
discerning attention to Lucian right now. You would have to be incredibly obvious about it. This is like, we're sitting like this, and so like, how do you get a glimpse? Like,
Well, like,
this has words right here. How do you get a glimpse of this right now?
well, because I'm thinking, like, for example, like, that's thin paper, I can see through it. Like, is it, like...
It's not see-through.
Okay.
You would have to.
Does it look like it would be a letter, or is it like a book? Like, I just didn't...
It's a book. It's a journal.
Oh, okay.
I have a direct
I mean, he
answer.
probably watched, but because no, he'd just be like,
Yeah.
I have a direct answer for the souls thing. I would just be like, yeah, so, like, you have a new kind of soul essence because you're a Ferox now, but your, like, natural soul is still kind of in there somewhere. Technically, he's not lying.
maybe it's Maybelline.
So,
Not false.
I miss you. I'll leave that hanging, but it'll, like, imply that natural means your original.
I thought only my body changed and not my soul.
I guess it's, like, backup.
I'm making sure that the camera
Are
can't
you-
see me where I am
trying
right
to
now, and it
figure out,
can't.
like,
Are you saying I'm not me?
no, you probably just saved your old soul because it had all your memories, you know?
So you're saying I am not me then?
No,
Well-
you're still you.
No, your brain is what makes you you. Your soul is just sort of the.
No,
what
it's
goes
basically
transcends.
like, did you have a new
Please stop
form?
this now.
You know what? I'm not the fucking.
I'm still DMing
I'm
very
not a
well.
magic
This is some
mouse
quality
or a
RP.
fox.
Your
I can't
mouse was
explain
not-
it, but it's still your. They're both your souls. It's just now you get to have two.
Are you saying?
Kai's literally just sitting here like, oh god, don't let him blame me for this.
Are you saying I have a new soul, but my old soul's memories are still here?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean you can't just get rid of your old soul.
Arwynn, memories are in the brain. Silly. Not the soul.
Prove it.
Just eating. Shoving his mouth full. Because Kai 100% thinks it's his fault right now.
Yeah, it's not.
I was just saying. Meanwhile, the spirit fox is like, that's not. He doesn't have two. Oh God.
You said he had two fucking essences or whatever in him, and one was demonic. and
Arwyn's
the
like,
other one,
I have the power
Yeah,
of God and this information on my side.
Yeah, but like, I was about to say, yeah, but like, a person can be like half German and half Italian, but they still have one fucking
I thought
soul.
you could have split the two.
Yeah, 2 parts, half German, half Italian.
No, this is so character. I love
Oh
it.
my God.
But honestly, you misinterpreting that is literally
Freaking
hilarious.
still out
So.
more, like,
Yeah, like just still just does that slow turn to.
It's fine.
Oh,
You know
so-
what?
How do you
So
explain
good,
someone
wow.
dying of
I'm
like
probably
their head
half
being
right. It's probably
decapitated,
fine.
being
You're
able to come back
probably
from
okay.
that then?
But no.
I don't know. My
your
head was
essence-
blown up, and I'm still here. So that was traumatic. What? Did you all not watch me in a coliseum have my head
Like a
blown
grape.
up by the
Yeah.
beholder?
That one didn't count.
It did. I still experienced death.
It's
So then I died 3 times.
a slightly tipsy Solstice walks in the middle of this conversation. Is everybody ready for bed? I made us a bed. We can all sleep together. You kind of like turn around, and there's just like a very soft looking like field of pure like lilies that are just kind of like
Aw.
and like a 20-foot by like 20-foot radius, just like or
Aw.
square, just like off of your camp. And it just kind of like goes and like like face plants in the middle of the flowers, and Lucian just like looks at it and just looks back at all of you guys and just goes,
Oh, hell
all
yeah.
right,
Can I go with sleep next to you?
yes. She's a snuggle bug.
I'll sleep in a corner away from everybody. Nobody touch me, or else I'll have a night terror.
Oh, you wanted friends.
Not that close.
I thought you needed to be touched when you're having a night terror.
No, I need to be kicked, so I stop.
Yeah, touched.
That wakes me up. Not that.
Wow, I'm gonna go to bed.
I go in the very corner. Only if I'm screaming.
Sorry.
Whoa.
It's fucking the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Which I've never seen. We've had this conversation.
You really need to.
How have you never seen?
It's a gay classic. It's a trans classic.
It's a classic.
It's a movie.
Milo's in it.
plane.
Can we play D&D? That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, well, where was that when I wanted to play D&D earlier?
Bitch.
Hey!
Anyways, yeah, I go to sleep.
With me, I guess.
Hey,
Ah!
it's Britney, bitch. Anyway.
Like it hit me like after you did it. I was like, that was funny, and then my body was like, react. There was a delay.
I was saying because I literally just pictured the songs you were building for Kai this time. Yeah.
I think there's 2 Britney songs in this playlist. Anyway.
So yeah, you
So
all
what is this, 2 souls?
fall asleep. You all fall asleep in a field of lilies. You wake up the next morning.
The lilies are all over.
Oh, but which of you are like the early riser of the group?
I think I think he would have not gotten like much sleep last night after being told, "Hey, you have 2 souls."
I sleep during the day.
She gets up early every morning to do like meditation before they leave.
I get up early because my body is
All
not
of-
supposed to be up during the day.
I was about to say all of you are awoken by dawn to the sounds of just retching
Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh,
from behind one of the
Is
trees.
it solstice? I hope it's
No,
not
it's Lucian.
Lucian.
Like a very like
He rolled a
deep
one.
deep voice retching coming from behind one of the trees.
Yeah, I was like,
followed
Turns out
followed by Lucian kind of walking out from one of the trees, shirtless and holding his great sword, already kind of covered in sweat. It appears he was already pre-dawn.
He was just throwing up. It's not sexy.
I was about to say mid workout, trying to work out through the hangover.
If I make eye contact with him, I force that eye contact because I don't want to be rude and look down at his boobs.
After it's not staying down right now.
Okay.
I'm not done yet.
I'm trying to be respectful.
Maybe you should get some more rest.
I laid down
Good
and
morning, Lucian.
I laid down. If it wasn't for the flowers, I would have gotten none. Everything spins. That
How do you look like
that
the
shit that you gave me, never give that to me again.
That's one of the weaker ones as well.
To be fair, you weren't expecting it either.
Respectfully,
You also have like a
She's
fit
gonna
of
like
what's
lead him to a tree and sit him down in a way that like she
he's not looking to sit down. He like continues. He's actually swinging the great sword against the tree, kind of like carving into it and just sort of practicing different strikes and getting a morning
She would
workout
try
in.
and stop him.
Why are you hurting the tree?
I'll hand Fen water skin and just go, I'm
I'm
a little thirsty.
Oh, thank you.
Simply practicing
I
my
drink all your water.
swordsmanship.
I imagine
No,
this is
you
so
didn't ask
entirely-
permission.
You would just hear from back in the camp.
I
didn't actually grow that.
But it's her dominion.
It's not my dominion.
Is he allowed?
Yeah, he
Cool.
can. You're not actually really hurting the tree yet. And I mean, like, everything that live has to die at some point.
Yeah,
So
but it can die naturally.
it could, but
I just won.
It's okay. So get to carry on.
What?
so I know that was me.
Yeah, or another one of her.
Yeah.
You okay? Gonna live?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I keep
Tell me it
touching
wrong.
my head. I'm not used to having my hair down.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Oh, the grass on the field. Anyway, so yeah, Lucian just he is not going with you to sit down. He is continuing to work out.
She's gonna try and stop him. Like she would get her staff at the ready and like try and like catch the sword and be like, "You're just going to make it worse."
This is how I work through things. I don't miss morning workouts. I'm just pushing through it like I always do.
Well, it's not healthy.
It's actually pretty good to work out after a night of drinking.
Yeah, but not when
You
you're
sweat
sick.
it out.
What are you, my mother?
I'm sick from the alcohol.
That is a key.
Obviously,
That
I'm
depends.
not.
You want to call her mommy?
Wow. So Kai's gonna start packing up his stuff.
He'll kind of take a couple paces away from you before continuing practicing his swordsmanship. Now, not against a tree, just against the air.
Wait, where did I put?
Fine, make yourself sick again. Teal just go start packing up her stuff.
Why is T offended? I asked to Kai, because I'm just like, he's like so confused by that whole interaction.
When is she not offended?
Most of the
That's
time
her.
she's not.
That's her prerogative.
Oh, I thought you were doing like nose goes. I was like, fuck, what do we know
No,
about?
that's
no,
not-
that was,
just
everyone's
saying.
always being like, T, you should be easier and better for yourself. And she's finally like, I'll be so good, I'll help someone else too. And then they were like, fuck
Beat
you.
him up.
You're not my mom.
They're also self-destructive.
But he's just like so confused
no,
by that
he,
whole interaction.
Kai's like already
No,
packed
he,
up and ready to go.
Let's say he finishes up within the half hour and then begins to pack his stuff up. He waits for you guys back on the road, but you see him kind of walk to the road, kind of like look up at the sky for a second, nod to himself, walk off to the side of the road, and throw up one more time.
Excuse me. Is that look good for that?
Baby,
Does
throw
that look
up
good for
one
that?
more time.
Once more. Water skin.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm done now.
Okay. I'll give him his water skin.
Solstice.
He'll kind of take it and just. That's better. Thank you.
Solstice, do you have any herbs for upset tummies?
Rations is. Well,
I can look for some as we walk.
Maybe we could give some pollution so set up his stomach a little bit.
Actually, can you give me a couple seconds?
certainly.
As
Just,
many as you need.
Only 4.
She'll sit kind of crisscross applesauce on the ground, and before her, just kind of like, and a vine just begins to sprout from where she's kind of like waving her hands, and she kind of weaves it up until it's about a foot tall. She picks up a couple of the leaves. Yeah, if you have a pestle, you can mash this up, and the taste from it will help the stomach.
Sylvanus has one of those, because alchemy kit.
yes, I do.
It's
She'll
just
hand you.
something-
She'll hand you a couple of leaves that she
so
just
he
grew.
doesn't have an upset.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll start to.
So, who is making the daytime check for the last leg of this travel?
Am I allowed to or no?
No, the two of you can't.
Can I go at nighttime?
Yes, you can.
Because Kai just wants to get home,
Who would-
so he's like, what?
Who actually, Kai, T, and Fen all make perception checks for me if you would.
18.
First roll was an 18, but I have disadvantage, so that's a 2.
You're so distracted by Lucian.
I've never seen him as anything but a traitor until now.
It's okay, I also rolled an 18, so it's 21.
As you
Keep your pecs on, like your eyes on the road.
you're about a couple hours out from the Cloud Peak Monastery, and you see two covered wagons kind of making their way in your direction.
Do I recognize any of the people?
I would say no.
I was there. They the ones we
Does it
saw
look like a
before.
caravan? Like
Looks
merchants maybe?
looks like a caravan.
You know
Whoa,
what?
we have money!
I'm
I
just saying.
thought the same thing.
When I get paid.
Sure, we'll slow them down.
Fenian's doing like a weird
Hey.
dance away from them.
They're a caravan of thieves.
Greetings. Is there something that we can help you with?
I don't know. What
There's
do you
a,
think?
Should be merchants.
I was going to say, yeah, there's this is a blue-scaled dragonborn kind of that waves to you and speaks to you.
Ooh, that's
Hi.
helpful.
Yes,
Greetings.
is there anything that I can do for you?
Can you make me learn Draconic faster?
Your elbows.
I do know Draconic myself, but I don't know about learning it faster.
Well, I have
necessarily.
I have a friend who speaks Draconic. I have a lot of friends who do.
I was
only
more
have-
interested in wares.
I have a few that I'm going to ask
I have a book that can teach you Draconic. It
Oh,
will,
there
it will
you
take
are.
It's
a
just
pretty
Draconic
a
free.
pretty standard amount of time, but it will help you learn if you should study
I
it.
want the book and I want guidance from my friends who speak Draconic.
At one point,
okay.
I was
Speak
thinking,
Draconic?
So this
You do. I thought someone else did.
this is a pretty good book, and
Yeah,
it's
Dragon Dog.
brand new, just printed. Call it
Of course.
5 gold pieces for the whole thing. He'll kind of like put it up. It's about this thick. It has like a whole Draconic to Common dictionary in it, as well as like entire lesson plans on how to learn Draconic. It is a
Honestly,
fairly
why
in-depth
can't
book.
that be like a
Draconic
course book,
Duolingo.
like in college?
Yes, 5 gold pieces if you would like it.
Easily just drops them in his hand.
Oh, thank you. There you are. Is there anything we can do for the rest of you?
what sort of other goods do you perhaps have?
We have a lot of different types of clothing. We have a couple different potions. In the case that we should meet any adventurers on the road.
Have any gemstones, perchance?
Gemstones.
That fit into these weapons?
No.
Gemstones.
I'm specifically looking for amethyst.
I'm looking for moon-shaped rocks.
I cannot say we have any amethyst or moon-shaped rocks.
You would send me those.
Only star-shaped rocks.
I will, but if you do have any health potions, though, I would buy a couple.
We do have a few of those, and I believe we also have one rarer artifact if you should be more financially inclined.
I think we all are.
Right, alright, so we have 6 potions of healing at 50 gold apiece. And we also have 2 potions of greater healing at 500 gold apiece.
I'll take 2 potions of regular healing.
Well, how much?
That'll be
2
100.
potions of not expensive healing.
That'll be 100 gold pieces. Do you fork it over?
Yes.
Right, and I'll hand you 2 potions of healing. Thank you very much for your
I
business.
inspect these to make sure that they are like.
Roll an insight. Actually, roll an Arcana check.
Natural 20 plus 3.
Nice.
Yeah, these you've seen these plenty of times before, and they
I take
look.
it's legit. I'm gonna put them in my bag.
What do you
I
got?
say thanks.
What do you got that's weird?
Oh, so we have
I have my daughter here. Please take her.
Oh my god!
She's a
I'm
weird
not into
kid.
that.
We've already
Jin,
adopted
do you
one
mind
child.
do you mind getting
Oh,
the artifact that we have found recently for us? And you hear kind of some rustling in the back before a half elf comes around from the corner. It's kind of like a red, billowy sort of like almost sheer sleeved blouse on. It's like cut kind of like this, so you can see like a lot of the chest exposed. He has like longer hair, a lot of piercings in one ear but not the other, kind of a piercing through the nose, and sort of a
You are pretty.
Wait, what race?
half elf. And like bright green eyes and like almost silver hair that kind of comes down to like his mid-shoulder blades. It's kind of like just pushed lazily over to one side. Black trousers and then like brown leather boots that come up to like just below the knee. And he has a scimitar on one hip, and a hand crossbow hanging on the other, like attached to the other hip via like a leg garter that's holding it.
Kai, without changing facial expressions, just
Lip sweaty?
like drooling.
Oh!
Lips sweaty.
Yes! Exactly, wow.
Arwynn was just like looking up and down. You're like, wow, you are
Or-
pretty.
Alternatively,
Thank you. You don't look too bad yourself. Anyway, what we have is this kind of slings. It's a necklace, kind of gold chain all the way around, and then gold chain hanging down, and it appears to have 7 bright reddish orange beads at the end of the chains, kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
not my color.
This is a necklace of fireballs. You can take one of the beads off and throw it, and it will ignite as like you had cast the spell Fireball.
And you 7, you said?
Yeah, it has 7 uses.
How much damage does this fire do? I know it's a lot.
8d6 fire damage.
Yeah, how
to-
much is that then?
I'm planning on selling us back at a city. But you kind of save us the trouble of dealing with someone. We had it appraised at 2,100 gold pieces, but 2/3 discount. I'll say 1,400.
That's actually a significant discount.
You just got some kind of like massive hoard of silver, didn't you? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to wait till we get back.
18,500?
Silver.
Silver.
Okay, and that's in gold, right?
Yeah, that
And
is
gold
correct.
is 1,800. Wait, 1850?
It'll be 1,800 and split up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we would have 400 gold left after that from that pot, just about. Either not that or 900.
Puts a bunch of pennies on the desk.
Um,
You got yourself a deal.
if you do not wish to buy that right, I would like to, possibly.
Oh, I'm asking specifically because I know somebody in this group's gonna want it.
Would you perhaps be up for a trade?
It depends what you're trading.
I would pull out the dust worth 2,500 gold.
What kind of dust is it again?
Labradorite. I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh yeah, labradorite. I'll swap the dust for that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you.
And he's getting more than you even asked for, too.
He swaps it with you and kind of takes the dust and just sort of. I'm not interested in tattoos then.
I already have my own.
Fair enough. You and me both, but you can get more than one.
I have quite a few.
Kai
That's my
resisting
wrist.
to ask to see tattoo.
7 feet.
Yes, 7 beats. Actually, you would be able to.
Be able to.
Sorry, I'm looking for something.
Okay. Did I do something wrong?
No, not you. For Kai.
What? For me? What for me?
Indeed, for
You're
you.
probably staring at them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you can actually
7 feet.
see like a deep green sort of like coming
Dark
in
root?
design, sort of like peeking out right here on top of the chest, and then also sort of peeking like right here, like below the last of the 6-pack, kind of right at like waist level.
No, you're not.
So, anything else we can do for you?
Yes.
We do have clothes, healing potions, other things of that sort. Yes?
Your blank stare was like.
So first of all,
Indeed.
clothing.
Uh-huh.
Where's this clothing from? I'm interested in fashion from other lands.
It's coming from up north. Like the Icewind Dales up north.
warm.
Sure.
It's very
perhaps
warm clothing.
Give me something that's fuzzy.
Perhaps some sort of fur jacket, cropped, so you know, to not impede movement.
What do you got that'll cover my hands?
Me first.
Gloves.
Gloves?
That'll keep me nimble.
We're just fighting over this
Gloves?
handsome
Yeah,
salesman.
you
Not
three are
these
just
big
like.
gloves that I can't move.
No,
with,
Kai's
though.
just like
They're pretty thin gloves.
Cool.
picture of the guy that's sitting in
Oh,
class,
Sergeant,
and
it's
people always
big.
caption it like trying not to
Arwynn
cough.
They're
He's
warm.
He's
They
red,
only
like
cut
a
off
vein
about
that's
here.
hanging
Just
out.
all your fingers.
Nope.
Suit yourself.
There's gloves back where I'm going.
He said he had like.
I have potions of healing, and I have clothes.
I was gonna say the shirt you said he was wearing. It was like the flowy.
Yeah.
It was black.
I was red. It's like a like maroon kind of red. His pants are black and the boots are brown.
I think kind of.
Any special kind of
I was
clothes,
gonna ask
like
if they had.
Keep you warm.
magical,
Keep-
enchanted.
You unfortunately got our only stock of rare magical artifacts.
So anyways, fur coat would be nice.
Absolutely.
And I was also wondering, have either of you seen this map? No, have I? Well, yes, kind of. Have either
Where is
of
it?
you, in your travels, perchance,
Rest in
seen
peace.
a distraught Triton man with long, heavy hair?
Have you seen this man? Make a new one.
That's not him. That's a different guy. He's dead.
Woo!
Sorry, he's. What
Have you seen this man's obituary?
And you just hand him a fucking.
Ben's not gonna make it
Why
back
are you
to
still
city.
talking about Cinderon?
We don't know yet.
Can't say that I have. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
You could ask. But
Go on,
the
say
whole
it.
coat, how much would that cost?
No.
Can I
Wow.
smell it?
You can roll an insight check if you'd like.
I'm guessing that's just.
The
a
fur
no.
coat?
Mhm.
It's pretty nice. Made just recently.
I'm gonna roll it
Stare
anyway.
at it for a
2
while.
gold pieces.
What about 2 gold pieces and the value of this dance? And I'm dancing with like my mage hand going.
As soon as we leave, they're gonna be like, I can't believe we stopped for them. Like we should
I
have
paid
kept
him
going.
the 2 gold, but he also gets the value of that dance.
Hey, as long as you give me 2 gold pieces, honestly, you can dance all you want.
I rolled a 23 for insight.
Seems to be telling the
Take
truth.
some notes, Sylvanus. You can use this in your fighting. I'm just like doing the Charleston.
Is it just out of picture? Is it the item attuned?
Now I got a fur coat.
Is the necklace of fireballs attunement? Then you will have to attune to it.
No, I'm asking if it is. I don't know if it's an attunement item or I can just.
Oh, I'll have to look that up for you. I'll tell you at the break, which we're about to take.
Oh,
Oh, hell wait.
We have those.
8:40.
hang on.
Anyway, is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope, I'm good.
All right.
We appreciate your flexibility.
But he is.
Many people often do.
Oh, and there's a dragon flying, but to the south. They're heading to the south, aren't they?
I'll
Yes.
keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, the blue one.
I'd like to steer clear of that. Not everyone in our party is made for fighting, and
Yeah, no, we weren't either, but we did it.
I'd like to not fight a dragon by myself.
Yeah,
Just
we
wanted to
had
give a heads up.
listen, we had a few of us, and some of us died down a lot, so.
Different dragon. This one we didn't fight.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, should it come to that, you can be sure And he kind of snaps his fingers, and as he does, a blade of sort of like purplish energy just sort of like manifests in his fingers. I'll be sure to take care of the best I can, as he just like drops it into his hand and just disappears.
That's cool.
Oh, hell's yeah.
Indeed. Well, pleasure meeting you all. Safe travels up north.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Let's go. And kind of like nods to the Dragonborn before he kind of like swings himself back up into the back of the wagon.
I imagine as soon as like they're out of earshot, Kai just like who was holding his breath the entire time just.
Alright,
Do you need a water?
Well, we are in the desert.
So you guys managed to make your way past. It's about midday-ish when you get there. Cloud Peak Monastery. Stop in.
I imagine that's why we were there.
Let me in.
So I would dig my key out of my bag, which is something that we discovered down when we were in the sewers of somebody else's, and put it to the gate, hoping that it would open it. I don't know if they've actually changed the system yet or not.
They changed the lock. Sorry.
For privacy.
Well,
settings
somebody
have been
broke
updated.
in, so they
The gates do not open.
Oof.
Switch it to just puzzle locks.
Though as you insert it, a small kind of like piece of the rock sort of like disappears, and you're able to see the eyes of someone. Who's there?
tea.
You gonna spill the rest of your
Actually-
name? Or?
Didn't expect to see you back anytime soon, Tempest. Come in.
Oh, I said not to call me that. She's already like picking up a rock to like chuck at it.
You do, and it just the door opens.
That makes
And-
so much sense. You hear Penny like
What?
furiously scribbling in this journal because we just heard her name.
Oh, that's the first time we've heard her name?
Yeah, we've never.
Well-
Only Sylvan.
Only Sylvan.
Oh, okay. I thought we all knew at this point.
No,
No.
us as people knew, but not
Oh,
our characters.
You enter in. You're greeted by the people on the wall guard who had known you from before. Where do you take everybody?
Well, they would have to go to the temple first to do the test.
The test? There's a test we didn't
Oh,
study.
There's a couple tests.
She's not good at
I
math.
want to go. You invited me here once.
You make your way to the temple.
Yeah.
What's the test?
Nice home.
Am I describing what this place looks like, or?
If you would like to describe it to them, you can.
Okay.
Cloud Peak.
So, you know the shape of like the hill in The Nightmare Before Christmas, where it like
Yeah.
circles around? So think like that, but like completely like carved out of a mountain peak,
Oh.
and that's where the city is. You come in kind of above it, and it goes down, and you can go straight through the city and across, and there is a temple that's carved out of the mountainside. A symbol for Mistra is carved into the ceiling that is all glass, but the rest of it you can see like different symbols of different gods and everything, and the city is kind of all broken up into like quarters. So in the center there's like a really big fountain that like is right underneath the tip of the where like the curve of the mountain is, so it could like drip into the fountain. To the right is like a barracks, but it's like a giant, like almost kind of like Japanese style kind of like temple that is probably bigger than any normal building you've seen in like Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep, with the exception of like a palace. And across from that is just all like farming lands and everything, and then the other side is like residential quarters and like shops and towns and stuff. You can see like an inn as they walk through. It's just like a lot bigger than probably you were expecting,
I
considering
was expecting just a building.
Yeah.
well, considering it was literally like a stone wall, they peeled back the stone and revealed this entire
I'm gonna
thing.
punch you
Like
with
it's
that
completely
word,
hidden
too.
by
We've got a
magic.
whole city here. You're holding out on us, T. I want to try the wine.
I think we knew it was here. We just never went.
How do you know how much of it was here?
Yeah. So you just do take them to the inn, or to the temple.
To the temple to announce ourselves, and so they can take the test if needed, because any visitors are supposed to.
So you get to the temple, and are met with Lumina, who is kind of sitting there, assuming the lead position. She kind of awkwardly like looks between you and then Lucian, and then back to you, and then towards the rest of the party.
Long time no see.
Pleasure that you should return so soon. I was unaware that you were going to make a visit.
It's on the way, and it's better to spend a night indoors than out in the open. We saw a dragon the other day.
Very fair. It can be scary out there. For this, I will say, some may call me lax on my practices, but no tests needed in this instance. I believe if you or any of your companions would like to bring harm onto our community, I believe you have already had plenty of chance to do so.
What's the test?
I suppose.
Also, be sure that you see our little inventor before you leave. In case you haven't figured out so far, we did adapt the door system in order to improve the quality of our security.
Yes, I was locked out.
What?
And whoever was working the gate needs to be reprimanded.
For what?
They are calling me by a false name.
They called me the wrong
We called
name.
a thunderstorm. We called a thunderstorm or something.
Completely straight-faced. Apologies, Dempy. I will get right on that.
I laugh like that in character.
I think what you could do is your face.
She just rolls her eyes.
No nipples.
What?
What?
All I heard was your mama got no nipples.
Because
Classic.
Roma Kevin hurt.
Classic
The
Arwynn.
tables have turned. Like I miss your soup.
Which inn will you be staying at tonight?
Is that what that's
Inside?
from? Gosh,
Um,
it's so long.
I'll probably head to my home to grab some of Lil's things, but the rest of them will probably stay at the corner inn.
Very fair. You do not mind if so your eyes kind of flick to Lucian for just a second.
Oh my god.
If I stop by for just a second?
Just a second?
If you must.
It'll be
I don't have-
timed. She has a sundial that works no matter where you are lighting wise.
Wow.
A second. That's not much
But it
stamina.
changes depending on which direction she's standing.
Very well.
She's gonna beat the
And
shit
she
out of me.
also knows her-
I guess. I don't know. Something about light.
He's gonna
Yeah.
kick the shit
He
out of
does
you.
mutter that out loud from the back of the
I just
Well,
want you still trying to keep
You are
at level.
dismissed.
Just
Do what you will.
Thank you, bye. And then we go sleep.
sleep.
Not fun.
Yes.
Some of us.
She
No, the
would
gods
stay
will
a
cry.
moment behind. Can you add his name to the stone?
Some kind of chaos
Aw.
tonight. Oh wait. Oh, ow.
You say that as though his name is not already added to the stone.
Oh.
Thank you. And then she'll leave.
Cool. So
As you go to walk out the door, you would just hear, I know is that we have not always seen eye to eye, and is that where we currently are is not ideal, but I will always hold a great deal of respect for you, and if ever you should need anything, the monastery will be here for you. And more than that, no matter what happens between us, I will be there should you call. Just know that, no matter what happens.
Teal turn back and be like, obviously you know I have respect for you, and I will always heed the monastery's call. Just don't forget that I'm still out there.
Okay.
Believe me when I say, and these are not honeyed words, I could not forget. You have a way about you that is
Obnoxious, I know.
unforgettable.
at least she knows.
And as you.
You're quick to say.
Zingo,
Thank you.
my friends.
Thank you so
And
much.
with that is
Memorable.
where we are going to break. We will finish the last of the journey, which should only be one more skill check when we get back, and then we will be the shenanigans that you guys fucking walk into at Baulder's Gate. So,
I should walk in.
so
Wink, wink.
with that in mind, we will see you all in 15 minutes. Be sure to
Maybe?
stick with us. Nope, 15 minutes. Be sure to stick with us, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Ash won't be here.
Hello, and welcome back for reals this time.
Unless.
Ah, man, that's the beauty of YouTube. Edits, right? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, welcome back. Let me play some music or some shit.
Nice, I can hear the music today.
Oh, you can actually hear it?
I'm
What do you
sure I
think?
have tavern music here somewhere.
It's real weird. I kind of zoned in and out of it.
Hey, there we go. Man, I got songs for everything. Anyway, so, the party was headed off to the tavern, except for T. T was heading back to her previous home, question mark, to pick up some stuff for Rose Lily after some closure, question mark, with her ex-girlfriend, question mark.
Is the ex-girlfriend a question mark?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, technically. As I
Yeah.
stated in our meme recap video, they lesbianed away from each other.
That was still funny.
Oh, also, we might be making another one of those meme recap videos, as long as I can find enough alcohol to drink to get me through it. So, be on the lookout for that, except this time it's going to be more memey. So, get excited.
What's the first link?
First, we gotta catch up on all the new memes we don't understand.
On God. Anyway. Sorry.
On God.
T would at least escort them to the corner inn and like introduce them to the barkeep whose name I don't remember off the top of my head, but T would.
Yes, you do. He is very familiar with you, as you drank there quite often.
Yeah.
He's heard about everything that has happened since Lumina put the name on the rock, so you thankfully don't have to deal with too many comments that are like, "Oh, where's Gruff?" which I'm sure would be very rough for T. But yeah, she escorts you all to the tavern, and you are free to drink at will.
Drink
What
at
T
will.
used to
Yeah,
destroy
us-
her liver.
I was about to say, yeah, and your rooms are paid for the night. You return back home, find it as it was. Your stuff that you left is still there. Rose Lily's stuff that she left is still there. Gruff stuff that he left is still there.
I would just gather stuff that I think Lil could use and like put it into a bag and set it aside. Planning on sleeping there, but like once my stuff is ready, I'm gonna go and like gather my friends for a night of drinks at the tavern.
They've actually already heard, and as you all are waiting at the tavern, there's a line beginning, not a line, but the tavern is beginning to fill up, and someone actually kind of like comes up to you. You actually recognize him as the Wolf Ferox that you saved from down there, and kind of like looks you all over again. So, you all are friends of T?
Oh, yeah, you were there with us when we saved you and then you came back. And we
Yes,
talked
that
to
is
her.
true.
Okay,
I
don't
did not.
remember you either.
I didn't know if you had been hired on for the expedition
No,
or if you
no.
had a.
We're
So
best
many
friends.
Ah.
It's all your fault.
I
kind of-
imagine
he
he,
kind of-
hears that in slow motion.
He kind of raises a shot to you and just goes, sorry to hear that. Just takes a shot.
You know, tea is like a fine wine. She gets better with the more time you spend around her. She's not as mean now.
No, you have to kind of lock
you-
her in a dark, cool space for that. For her to.
I think Fan can speak from experience. That's not the best way to do things.
Before
She's
I
nice
do go
to
to
us
the
now.
tavern, I would spend like a solid half hour praying in front of the stone.
You do that. You would see Lumina, who you also all know, eventually make her way to the tavern as well. She kind of nods to all of you.
What is this music happening?
It's
Tavern
tavern
Fun,
music.
That's what.
It's so much fun.
It's tavern music.
Is everybody drinking?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll have a drink.
My notes will now only say drinks for
You
this
as well?
half of this episode.
Come on, Sylvanus.
Yeah.
Yeah, what stopped her before?
That's all it
I
takes.
was about to say, and the barkeep comes up to you. What do you have? And Lucian actually comes up behind, like from behind you, and just goes, "Actually, he doesn't need anything. Can we just have an empty glass?" Sure, I guess.
I was just
Puts a glass down. He kind of reaches into your bag, pulls out the astral sugar rum, and pours you like a double shot of it, and then just looks at you and just goes, "By all means."
It's a special
Does
drink.
he know which one of them is it?
Sure,
Yeah,
it's
because
like
it's the only one that's been drank from so far.
I'll slam it if you slam it.
Pours you one up as well.
Got it.
I was about to say, looks behind his shoulder and pours two more shots as Lumina kind of slides up next to him and just goes, So, what are we drinking?
So what's that Ice Maiden stuff? What's that? I'll drink a little bit of that.
Sure.
I have one bottle of that.
Frostbeard. Yes.
Frostholder.
DC 13 con save or take 1d4 cold damage. Also gain drunk status, disadvantage on skills, attacks, and dex strong con.
Cool. I'm gonna
Strong.
drink some of
Strength.
it and go.
Con
This
save.
is from the mem-
What?
Alright, make a, it's a con
Mint
save, right?
cream.
Yes.
Make a con
13.
save. No,
So
Body first.
18
Yes.
plus 2. So
it is like fairly, like, the bottle hasn't been refrigerated at all, but the bottle is like, literally, like, you know when you take something out of the freezer and put it on like the countertop, it like frosts around it?
Yeah.
It's that. But even despite the fact that it's been in your bag, and as you pour it and taste it, it is like ice cold, but it goes down so smooth. That said, it's pretty strong.
I don't have. What?
Alright, so
The hair?
I was to say, so both of you can make con saves for the astral sugar rum if you're drinking it.
Wait, I
No.
want to drink.
You can, he pours one for you
Oh,
as
I
well.
rolled a 19!
You
It's
pass.
a con
I was
save.
just
Yes.
pours one for you. I'm sure you can handle this.
I am not
It's
drinking.
an unnatural 20.
Can handle a lot of things. Plus we roll.
I only
one.
rolled a 19,
What-
but
what's
it's
the
an
check?
unnatural
It's a con save. But as you, before you take it, Lucian will kind of raise up a shot glass too and just go. Sorry, I was a dick. You were also a dick.
But with worthy cause. You're just a dick.
11.
plus con.
11.
14.
You don't pass.
Aw.
Don't pass.
Oh,
Did
You
I
gain the
pass?
drunk status. Yes, you do.
damn it. Can you hold your liquor? I can hold a lot. Ugh.
You definitely get
You
hit
can
pretty
hold it.
pretty hard by it, and as you make your backhanded comment towards Lucian, kind of like leans in. If Kat told you a secret, you would keep it until she was ready to reveal it. This is a lot like that.
I'm just already drunk, like tries to think of something funny to say. Shut up. Puts out glass for another.
Pours you another. Syl, you're about two. What did you roll?
I still say he's not drinking.
Oh, he's not drinking it.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
I
so
You can let
Sills.
you can let loose for once.
I will not be peer pressure into drinking something I do not wish to drink at the moment.
Oh, I want mead for me and my dragon friend.
They arrange that. Lucian kind of rolls his eyes at you. So, party pooper.
He's
Indeed.
He's not gonna take it?
Who, Syl?
Yeah.
I guess not.
Can I take it from him?
Yeah, go for it. You know, for a bard, you're not a lot of fun.
It's a double shot, so that means you have to roll.
Roll
Be
the
twice.
peer
19.
pressure into drinking? That's just rude.
Oh, 9.
Shut up.
Whoops.
9.
You're drunk.
Yeah. that's
22.
okay.
Aren't you already drunk?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
drank another.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat snacks and drink
You're
milk.
kind of you're kind of leveling out.
I'm gonna drink more Ice Maiden stuff.
That's the same as the
Nope, I'll pass.
You take
24 cold damage. There's only 6.
24.
24.
You take 1 point of cold damage, and you're drunk. As the barkeep kind of comes back up to you, Syl, you sure I cannot interest you in anything?
You got any dragon
Give
pharaoh?
me a Shirley towel.
Oh!
Yeah,
He
no,
like
Kai's
covers
like,
him- he's like
Oh
covers himself
shit!
up. Oh,
No, Kai immediately just
Lucian, like literally his jaw hits the floor
So he's
as he just looks over at you, Fen, and then just starts. He literally falls off of his chair
So
laughing.
the bartender asks Sylvanus if he has anything that would interest him, and I go, "You got any dragon pharaohs?"
So
because
would already
drunk,
gone up
I'm
and
like,
walked to his room.
So after why it's like a Pomeranian or
I
something.
said it, oopsie.
Kai will get up and sit next
Syl.
to Fed after that, just approve.
You receive a message
I touched the mic.
via the message spell.
It's a
You can immediately tell that it's from Autumn, and you receive a message that says,
This is only 120 feet.
or sending. Sorry.
Okay, I was so confused. Like, wait, what? what?
You receive a message from Autumn via the
Yes.
sending spell, and you hear in your head, so there's guild members outside the suites. We're not sure how to proceed with this. They probably want you all. Can you please advise?
Sorry.
Tell him we went out of
Just say
town.
sorry.
Because we did.
Because he stopped here.
So I'm just writing out just to make sure.
Yep. T, you get back and you see all of your companions, aside from Syl, at the bar getting drunk, as well as almost every single person that you knew from your time in the rescue guard here getting drunk as well. And as soon as you walk in, you just get a very loud, cheers to you as they all begin to take a drink. And you get about 2 steps in before the barkeep comes up and immediately puts a flagon of whiskey, an entire mug of whiskey in one hand and an entire mug of ale in the other hand, and just kind of gives you a nod and walks off.
Oh.
Cheers.
Temperance,
Which
come
one?
join us.
Temperance.
I'm like,
Tea.
Tempura.
I'm clearly fucked. I was
As I'd say, from next to you, almost on Lucian's lap, you would hear Lumina just, "It is Tempest, because she is very stormy, especially with her temper. It all kind of fits together when you really think about it."
I'm not opposed to hitting you either. It's tea.
You can
That's
try and
true.
hit me if you'd like. It's going to go just like your training went.
Oh,
We both know how that went.
Well, I know more things now.
So do I.
Kinky?
Just keep drinking. And I'll go around and say my greetings to my old friends.
Still, do you respond yet or no?
I'm still trying to figure out what he would say. Come back to me.
If you take long enough, don't worry.
I'm just trying to think.
No.
Have you seen a Triton?
You
I
don't
just
talk to
turned to the
somebody
nearest
about
person and
what
asked them if
about
they've
it,
seen a Triton.
Yeah, I always figure out what he would say.
Well, we got a Triton who's in the monastery here with us.
How long?
He's been here about 28 years.
Oh.
Probably not.
Well, he lives a double life. Where is he?
Oh my God.
Why'd you move out for? I don't know. I don't know how drunk Fendian is. He's
I was
just
gonna say,
I don't know, but I like it.
Fendian just leans out the window and just.
His kitchen is not the same.
Oh no, that's not what I was going for. That was the
Frozen 2.
That was Frozen 2.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's not terrible.
I heard it was good. I just haven't seen it.
Fen just singing karaoke. Yours not a voice. You're just a ring in my ear.
I feel like Fendi would be like a singing drunk.
There are some minstrels that are kind of playing songs.
Yes, there once was a man at the top of the ocean, and then he sank down and he died.
Hey!
And then his wife was left home alone. She sat every day and she cried. It's just a sad song with a jaunty tune.
Jesus Christ.
He left his kids alone, and there was no college tuition. They never did anything with their lives, and now they're dead.
Oh!
I imagine just Kai and Fen in the corner, just like.
No, if you're gonna sing, there's going to be people that start clapping around
Yeah,
you. You definitely make. You watch your friends just make an absolute spectacle.
That's all.
I want another shot after
That's all.
that.
That's all I could think of on the fly.
Lucian,
I'm
now
gonna dance with the
I was gonna say now with Lamina almost draped across and just kind of reaches around and just.
So yeah, Arwynn.
See,
We're gonna
down
link
after
arms
one
and go in
shot
a
of
circle.
this.
4.
And I'm down after 3.
This ain't much that.
What do we tell him? It's water.
I was about to say, Kai, you just onto the floor.
Yeah, he legit was like, and you were down after 1.
Lucian just looks at you and just while you're on the floor, just goes.
Do I look pretty?
I'm trying to get
on
T
the
to
floor?
join
Actually,
us in our dance.
T,
Don't
at this
touch me, you can go
at this
start
point, who are you drinking with at this point after you went around and said your hellos? You up there with Lucian and Lumina? And Kai?
No.
No?
She would not want to be anywhere near Lumina draped over Lucian. She'd
Oh,
probably search for Howler or Gertie.
They're both there.
Gertie's such a cute name.
Yeah, you find them both there. They kind of look up. Isn't that one of your companions? This is Howler, and you kind of see Kai just go onto the floor.
Guys,
He likes going down.
I'm not even awake for a time.
I was about to say, your passive perception's pretty good, isn't it? T?
Yeah,
Mine is only 13.
You're about to get me assaulted in this bar, I don't know these
like
people.
14, I think.
You are actually. They're sitting at a table kind of close to the bar, so you just hear as Lucian kind of. Not under his breath, but just out loud, just surprise, surprise, a bottom, and then takes a swig from the glass.
Wait,
Your
can I
friend
do
is
something?
passed out on the floor, and you're like, ha, he likes sex, in his heart.
This is why I like the Baulder.
Get fucked.
T just like petting the floors. These floors are a second home to me.
Maddie,
Can I
we need
do
to
something
talk.
funny?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So, can I, in my drunken stupor, be like, watch this, and cast fly on myself, and just keep hitting the ceiling because I can't go anywhere?
Can I pull his ankles to keep him from going higher?
You do your best. It's an absolute spectacle to you as you just watch your friends absolutely losing it.
You're choking.
T
Wasn't
was
actually
trying
choking,
to take
Holy
another
fuck,
sip.
it hurt.
Honestly, I
T
feel
is
about
friend.
having more
Why do you
children,
always
but it's
hurt
just
me?
the same.
I'm T's friend. Look at me. I make
The
sure to
abuse.
announce that
I'll
I'm
say
with
Prowler
T.
just kind of grinning at you.
Me
You know, I
with the
never
boss.
thought I'd see the day where you were the most responsible one in the group.
Fucking tell me about it. She starts on her second mug at this point.
Except for that other one.
whiskey?
Your Fox friend seems like a bit of a killjoy.
The one who
Me?
likes dragons.
You're not Fox for all.
Fox?
Oh,
He
I
is.
said I just heard frog. Sorry.
Frog Ferox.
You like go square up with the bartender.
He just died.
He recently passed away.
Take
He
six.
recently
You
passed.
guys make this shit more than I do.
And take back. I should mention that part.
And then died.
Oh, get over it. He just kind of takes a big sip,
So do you think Nina's gonna come here, or I'll have to find her?
She'll probably be here. We recently let her start getting into the alcohol, and she's, she reminds me a lot of you at that age.
I'm sorry.
That's not a compliment, wasn't a compliment. You are a nightmare.
I
No
still
offense.
am. Cheers.
Yes, you. It's kind of, yes, you are. So, I heard, I guess things between you and Lumina aren't, should I shut up?
We had a moment, and she's obviously moved on.
Have you?
Wow, I'm glad I'm not awake now.
I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
about it with the one that she's strewn across. So perhaps not.
You know of anybody else? It's a big city.
It's a perspective.
Well, what's he like?
She
Oh.
you met.
Oh? Which one?
Colette.
The
Howard.
one who nearly died during the battle.
That was a few.
Oh, the one that almost died when she was protecting you.
She wasn't protecting me, she was being an idiot. Let's put that out there. I could have taken it, I wasn't getting hit, I was still fine.
With you,
Colette was the
please
famous up between-
inform me. What's the difference? Well,
I was fine with dying there.
Oh my god.
She has someone that actually doesn't have anyone else.
and you don't?
She has responsibilities, and
Then
I
you just
had
forget you have a dog.
I
you
had
don't?
I had a plan, and I had it set up so that she would be safe.
Tell me,
And the
how
fact
many
that she wasn't is why I'm not with Nomina anymore.
when you were courting Gruff, how many times did protecting him mean being an idiot? The correct answer here is all the time, but I just want to hear what you'd say.
It didn't hold in that sense. I was just oblivious to it until he kissed me one night.
Well,
Class to do?
maybe that Ganassi needs to try that.
She said she wants to wait until I make her my choice.
It's an awful smart woman. Well, enough of that. More drinks?
Yes.
Kind of gestures over to the bartender and has them all drink.
Sorry, just imagine Benny flying
Pat,
out
you have
the
anything
bar
yet?
Throwing up.
Cool. What do you respond?
Guild was defeated at Temple. Be advised, take action to defend yourselves. We are at Stone Peak Mountains, resting up. Be safe and defend yourselves.
Cloud Peak. I will say it's
Stone
Cloud
Peak,
it's
sorry.
Cloud Peak, but
Yeah.
still would know that, so that's fine. You would get a response. You waited like a little bit to kind of formulate your response and send it. You would get back. Thank you for advice. Not needed. They were there, and Luna happened. Then Twy happened. Then Rax happened. They're not dead.
Alive.
Alive.
Getting
And that's all you get from Autumn.
They're alive and
And after Alive, you would just hear like a mumbling before just like a sharp like that you would recognize as notes coming from Autumn's violin, and that's where it would just cut out.
I imagine Autumn playing the violin, sending the message while like that whole battle's going on.
Yeah. Well, she uses the violin to attack. The violin, if played certain notes, can cause psychic damage to enemies that are nearby. So she uses it. Yeah, I was about to say, but she does use her music to channel her spells because she is mute. But that is the beauty of being a bard. So you don't need to speak to cast your spells. You can use your musical instruments as foci.
That's just fucking funny.
Do you respond to anything back or no?
He wouldn't, just because it sounds like she's going to battle, so
Yeah.
do not want to distract her.
Gotcha. Does anybody else do anything that night?
Eat dinner.
Correct
I just
myself
hang out.
off
I
the
just
floor eventually.
drunkenly hang out with my pals.
Just
Just
chill.
say-
Get shit faced and then stumble
Someone-
home.
So yeah,
I'm introducing myself
somewhere
to
in Baldur's
random
Gate during your conversation with fucking Prowler, Colette is just so. The night comes to an end. All of you wake up the following morning, except for Syl, with pretty
Don't
decently
wake up.
sized headaches.
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't wake
No,
up.
he just wakes up normal because he didn't drink.
I mean, died like 50 times now. Probably won't wake up one day.
So,
Oh, just like
as
Grandpa
morning
Ray.
comes, do you all depart eventually to make your way?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd make sure to find Nina.
She does eventually come to the bar.
Okay.
And as she does, she kind of like walks up to you and just goes, "Okay, so before I start getting really drunk, yeah, right, new necklace, kind of a choker, got a little pendant on it. You're gonna need to attune to it, and it can only be attuned to you. So that way, if somebody steals it, it doesn't work anymore. It can only be attuned to once. If somebody tries to attune to it again, it'll break. That's my solution. That is my solution to this whole thing. Does that sound good to you? I thought it was a good idea.
Sounds pretty good, kid.
Excellent. There you go."
I'll take it and I'll immediately put it on and then rough her hair.
Let's say, yeah. As you go to put it on, she's like, "You gonna finish that?" And then immediately grabs your flagon that's about half full of whiskey and just. Oh, that's better. So, how you been?
Ah, Gruff's dead.
Oh, wow. I want to say that's kind of what I figured, but
That's what we all figured.
yeah, but I probably should say, like, I'm sorry for your loss or something. I don't know. I've never been really good with social graces. You already knew that. We've been trying to work on it with me, so I think I kind of figured, yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. I think that's a thing that you say at this point.
You're all good, kid. You
Yeah.
should just pat her
Ooh,
head.
I don't know. I always thought it was kind of useless because, like, it doesn't really bring her back, you know? So, like, you know, was it kind of pointless at that point?
He wasn't gone until I was there. Let's leave it at that and have another drink, and she'll cheers and then chug.
Chugs again. Prowler kind of catches her up to speed on your love life, much to your chagrin. She kind of just goes, "Another Ganassi? You have a type."
She's not an entire Ganassi this time.
I don't even know what that means, but sure.
I have a friend I think you'll like. And she'll usher her over to Arwynn.
Hey, who are you?
So Nina has jet black hair,
Okay.
like barely touches her shoulders, kind of
Nina or
wavy.
Nina?
It's Sonia, but she goes by
Sonia.
Nina.
Okay.
Red eyes, mouse ears,
Oh my.
but no tail.
Okay.
You can see scars on
Big
her
girl one.
wrists and ankles and around her throat. And that's all you can get out of that.
Like from the...
Sup, don't meet many people like me around. I like your ears. I like your piercings. They're very nice.
Thanks, man.
Really
I had a couple
crazy
of
eyes.
them pulled out. That's cool.
Hey.
Where's your tail, my dude?
Oh, got cut off.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's alright. I got away. That's why I have this.
Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I am glad you're here now.
Yep,
Oh,
I am
yeah.
here now.
Apparently, we're not from this realm. Just so you know.
Wow! Yo. That shit's far out.
Right? I don't get it
Is
either.
this the same
But I'll let
person?
you know when I find all 6 keys.
Yo, please do. Yo, when you find all 6 keys,
I
can you
mean,
invite me to unlock whatever needs to be unlocked? I'd love to go.
That would be really cool because it's not on this material plane, so.
Oh, we get to go to the outer planes? I can probably invent something to get us there. I invent a lot of things for this year. That's why I'm here. Yeah, I'm what do they call me? They call me an artificer. It's kind of fun.
Oh, I know. We know an artificer. She's pretty cool. Kai likes her a lot. What kind of stuff do you make?
I got lots of potions. Yeah. I got this one. It lights stuff on fire, and I got this one. It heals people, and I got this one, and it disintegrates stuff with acid. And I got this one. It makes you move real fast.
Whoa.
Working on a couple others.
How does one disintegrate stuff?
She's really quirky and super emotionally stunted.
It's mostly.
What did you say?
How does the one that disintegrates stuff work?
You want to see something really funny?
Yes.
Kind of like this. And she throws it at like the base of a chair that somebody's sitting in, and you see the chair begin to disintegrate before the chair just snaps. And the person sitting in is just like, and just kind of like falls backwards and like falls flat on their back on the ground and just goes, oh, what the fuck? And she just like,
I like you.
I like you too.
Cool.
What's your name?
I'm Arwynn. What was
Arwynn?
your Sonia?
Nina. People call me Nina, but my name's Sony. You can call me either. I don't really care.
Nina. I keep forgetting. Okay. Okay. Cool. Dope.
Yo, you want to drink more?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's drink more.
I'm
Isn't it
already drunk, so.
You got dawn in about 2 hours. You know what that means?
Drunk for the next 2 hours.
An hour and a half worth of drinking.
That's a funny way to say I'm going to be drunk until about 6 days from now. Cheers you and just chugs another flagon.
We just go.
Yeah, you all just kind of drink.
Hella.
Nina's a very interesting cupcake. You two get along very well.
I love her.
They're totally related.
I left it
My
open
name- My
ended.
name's Nina Pans. I'm Arwynn
Something happened in the kitchen, all right.
Potts.
This just says Sonia, Nina, Mouse, Ferox talks real fast. We love her.
So, as you all wake up the next morning, are you all venturing out?
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I'm
goodbye
trying to go
Nina,
home.
Nina.
Yes. You do that? Oh, wrong thing. I need...
I would
this is what I want.
Pray before the stone again in the morning and leave with them.
You do that. You all begin to make your way back northward towards Baldur's Gate.
I would
after
mention as
spending the
we're
night.
traveling that, well, most of you were drunk. I received a message that the suites was attacked, but they had it handled.
Okay.
Oh, everything worked out then.
Is everyone okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Maybe.
Thank you, Kai. I didn't get too drunk.
I was going to say, following the next day, you would get a final message from Autumn that would just be like, situation was handled. Rax and Luna together are scary. Twilight is really scary. Almost got away. Luna threw me at him. New move. Fastball special.
I love that.
So you would ask a question with Nia before they left and before they started drinking.
What's up?
Can Lil attune to this instead of me?
Can you imagine someone throwing Arwynn around? It'd be fucking medicine.
It's literally like that app called Monkey
God,
Ball.
it's like you don't even respect my abilities as an inventor, honestly. She kind of takes the second one out of her pocket.
Alright, never mind.
That one's meant for Lily.
They're certainly in better shape than most of us.
Right, so you all depart?
Yep.
Alright, in that case, for the final night of traveling that you guys, before you reach Baldur's Gate, I need Arwynn and Syl to make perception checks for me.
15.
7.
Oh no. Arwynn, why'd you drink too much?
I'm so upset. Yeah.
This is where we get attacked.
Oh, wait,
Are there more shooting stars?
No.
Oh.
Did not roll a natural 20, unfortunately.
We should be able to shoot
Arwynn
one.
falls asleep about halfway through your watch still, and you're kind of left on your own.
It's fine. This is fine. So says it's not fine. I imagine just part of the the night watch where Sil's like, you know what, I have another question to ask Arwyn's like, Arwynn. Sees Arwyn's like,
I'm sorry. punch him a little bit if you need to wake him up.
I think treat you like Fen. Wait, no. So punch, kick, both.
Or you could just like flick one of his
Excuse you.
ears, you know?
I've been tempted to do that, but I'm like, what if Arwynn doesn't like that?
No, I feel like you should just flick your ear a little bit. Doesn't really mind it. It's just there, you know?
I mean, Arwynn probably does it back.
Yeah, for sure.
As everyone falls asleep and you're left watching still, you're kind of in like a small clearing, and towards the edge of the clearing, like up in one of the trees, you can just kind of like look up as you see a couple leaves fall, and you see a figure just sitting on one of the branches of the trees looking down at you.
Do I see what the figure is?
Would you like to walk any closer?
No, but you can look closer.
Let me just check. Because
Just shoot something at it.
I did all my spells. I'm not familiar with all my spells.
Just cast light where they're sitting.
Look, that's what I was thinking.
Cast fireball at it.
Okay, see lights.
I think, yeah, he would do that. Just to, like, would dancing lights? Would he know if dancing lights wake up his party?
Doesn't matter
Right.
if it would.
Then he'll just throw it out like past the figure,
You can send it far. Yeah.
just so like it lights up.
It gets lit up behind, and you can see, as it lights up, you can see actually two figures now sitting on this branch, both of them in black cloaks with familiar masks over their faces with the hoods pulled up.
So I was at like that moment for like I thought like why is it always me?
And the two patterns on the masks you do recognize. One of them is the figure that helped you out greatly while you were in the basin, and another one was the one kind of standing next to it.
Oh no.
As they're just kind of looking down at you. And as soon as the lights light up, the figure, not the one that you saw in the basin that helped you out in the basin, but the other one, kind of looks at you and just
A very like deep breath, like still going in his mind of Zen.
Yes.
And you're asleep. And then back.
figure kind of like the one who waved to you kind of pushes himself off the branch and just very quietly just
Is that the basin one?
no.
Okay.
The other one kind of drops down. And as they do, you can see
6 more.
no, the figures kind of like using each finger on one hand to sort of swirl 4 daggers about on their hand, and as they just kind of toss them up in the air around them, a link of chain kind of like shoots out to connect to the end of each dagger and sort of like and the chains sort of just like float around them as the daggers just sort of like kind of spin sort of abstractly as the chains kind of sit around them, and just kind of like the figure just sort of regards you.
Can I help you?
Do I wake up yet? Aww. Hey!
Hello.
That cat was like, I need to run over Derek immediately.
He's got the zoomies.
As it speaks, you can see like an arcane sort of ward in front of the mask that seems to be masking the voice of some sort. It's familiar to the one that the Quiet Knight uses. Simply observing. We've met twice before now. No,
More than
twice before. Once atop the basin, once in the temple. I met your companions once before, when they were after, well, something in the tower, the night of your, final, in the Trial of Strength.
Oh, I'm sure it was more important than a match to watch.
Apologies. If you were my friend, I would have stayed to watch the match, if it makes you feel any better.
Wow.
I don't
The
like them.
shade thrown at you four. Wow.
He's like, I would be a better friend.
A dagger at each of you.
To be fair, there were four daggers.
Back the freaking chain. Starts flinging us around.
Well, thank you, I suppose.
You're very curious.
I am the one that's being watched.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
I was
That was the one in the background.
We're about to fight.
Shredding a fucking guitar.
This is my kind of battle music.
I was like, oh shit, we're going right into a fight, aren't we?
No, we'll go here, cause not sponsored because we're totally allowed to use this music. But yo, we got fucking Pretty Lights playing on our stream right now, which is like a pretty prominent indie EDM group. So like, this is honestly all I could have ever asked for in my life.
Just getting back in character. Well, I am the one that's currently being watched at night. It's quite
He's angry.
Yo, you're doing your best, bud.
Bruh.
Living your best life.
He was just standing on top of the scratching post, reaching for the ceiling.
Yo, please don't eat shit, my friend.
Get me out of
But yeah.
So I think I am a bit deserving of why.
You're just very interesting. The whole party's very interesting, to be honest.
But you're special.
So that's distracting.
Yeah.
So you both came here just to watch us because we are interesting?
No.
Are you okay? Do you need help?
Is this guy against the ceiling? This is the ghost.
Well, to be
Oh no, you called me.
You're like,
piss, piss, piss.
Yeah, I know.
I'm coming.
To be fair, we have been watching you for quite some time now.
I'm starting to think you're a bit obsessed.
Right, Shadow? You know, the figure kind of drops down. You can see like a cross between a longsword and a greatsword sort of strapped to this figure's back. The figure just kind of nods to you. We're always in search of new recruits. After all, our goals are a bit ambitious.
How much times you keep appearing in front of me and watching, I'm starting to think you either have a crush or a bit of a stalker.
Both.
I don't know, you're pretty cute. I wouldn't say no.
Whoa.
maybe.
And he already
It's the other way
fucked one.
around.
You aren't?
You think?
I bet she's a dragon pharaoh.
They're both wearing hoods, and none of them appear to, you know, have their
Such
hoods look
big
like.
fucking-
They both just have very smooth hoods up over their head, kind of pulled tight.
I think so. Like
Masks on.
at that point, we'll, like open his mouth to speak, like close it, and like does it like 2 or 3 times.
Do you fish?
Sorry. Regardless, I've spoken to our leader.
I have.
What do you think of him? Ambitious man.
Ambitious, yes, but he himself is flawed in his
Aren't
way
we
he
all?
wishes. Yes, but there is a way for flaws to be clearly flaws, and then there's ones that are flaws that make us what we are as human, or even not that ones that would very cause harm. When he talks, I get a sense of this is all about him, as well a sense of that he will not feel any heartbreak or lose any sleep if he backstabs us in the end. I could think of 2 or 3 better options of someone else in his shoes and be able to accomplish that ambition without impending trouble of feeling I'm going to be backstabbed in a second.
He's a man that's true to his word. The issue is that even if someone has better ideas, most people lack the ambition to act upon them. Plus, he has helped all of us out a great deal, so we don't necessarily have a choice in how much we follow.
Oh, so you feel indebted?
In a sense.
Don't you feel that much?
Cloud our judgment.
No, lock you into a choice that you feel that you have to
all of us wanted to help at the time that we indebted ourselves. But who knows, maybe he is the true savior of this realm. Maybe he is its destroyer and you're going to free us all from his awful grasp. That's why you're so interesting, is because honestly, I don't know. And there aren't a lot of things that I don't know. Because, I mean, honestly, she doesn't even know. And there's really not a lot of things that she doesn't know. Kind of gestures off towards the woods further.
Because I threw it out, past them. Would I be
You
able
would,
to...
you would see one more figure kind of walking
God
up
fucking
slowly.
damn it.
You kind of twirl a staff in their hands before kind of like grabbing it. It is an interesting staff. It is made of wood, but it is like gnarled and twisted in the most complex of ways. There are like flowers and moss and mushrooms growing out of it. It is.
So it's more of like a druid staff than a monk staff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The figure actually sets a staff against a tree before looking at you and kind of.
Out of character, I don't believe I've met this one, right?
The pattern looks familiar, but the only time you've ever seen the pattern is the only time you have ever seen the pattern is the top of the basin. The rest of the party, if they saw it, would recognize the pattern from that room that one night. But you weren't there.
Gotcha. That's what I was saying. I knew they were at the room. I wasn't sure if they were at the basin. That's why I asked.
I like how you can just say, yeah, we know them from that room and that one night. We all know, like, in the past, like, 40 episodes.
So we can also like talk to these characters that we don't get to talk to.
I'm right there.
I know, but I'm...
Whoa. Why? Why do you do this every single time?
The song just isn't looping.
I just keep thinking, okay, time
Well,
to
it's also
roll.
the time, like, as soon as he wakes us up, they might leave.
Yeah. Or attack.
Just put your tail on my head, I'll wake up.
Just over the mouth.
Yeah.
But
Inconspicuous.
he's just thinking right now, like, if I wake you guys up, that they're just gonna leave. So he's gambling is what he's trying to do right now.
Well, still, you're very interesting. I'm sure we'll meet again at some point.
And why when there's only me awake and not when all of us are traveling during the day?
I'm not entirely sure your party would diplomatically converse with us, but if you think they would, wake them up. You think they would? As the rest of the party begins to come to consciousness as you're woken up by a very loud whistle.
I thought we didn't have a dog.
You are it.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you, Sylvanus.
Well, that's not very nice.
This means I'm loyal. Oh, who are you?
Yeah, T like immediately like sees them, grabs staff, like.
See, this is why we don't meet you during the day.
Well,
That's
to be fair,
That's-
he like lets out a yawn. This is a little bit more suspicious. What's going on?
indeed kind of like looks at your staff and then looks back to you still. That's tedious.
Get it? It's my name. Hey, Sylvanus, what's going on? These are friends.
Yes, totally, 100%. We are the best of pals.
Oh,
I
looks
was.
like it.
This is the moment where I was planning to betray you and give you to your grandmother.
She's not here.
Oh, that's brutal. I mean, I think all of you believe I belong to some evil cult, and I wouldn't even give you to your grandmother.
It's kind of insane.
Isn't it because you do?
Kind of is an understatement.
And that's why I live up here now.
So
If
if
you're
I
not-
kill you guys, I'll throw a rock at him. Just pick it up off the ground.
It gets like slashed apart by one of the daggers without him even looking at you.
If you're not ambushing us, what are you doing here?
We're call it visiting. We like to keep an eye on high importance and profile figures.
How sweet.
What if I take one of the
Not as sweet as
balls
you
off
are.
of that fireball thing and throw it at him?
Oh my god!
Where
Who
is
is
it?
talking? Is it the dagger?
Sills.
Yeah.
I also want to mention I don't pick up the like instrument of fate staff. I pick up like my original staff.
So what's this? Like some sort of midnight playdate?
Yes, 100%.
We're a little
Totally.
tired if you can't tell.
Sure. That's why we were just stopping by. He's the one who wanted to wake everybody up.
Well, hold on.
I think so.
We've been
Then go back to sleep.
No, I'm interested. So was this like the following the whole time? Were you there with the temple? This, that, the other thing, or just sort of happened to be here?
We weren't at the temple. Didn't need to be there.
Thinking about my treasure that's safe.
No, just recently. I like to make sure that you're all still kicking.
So
Well, that's kind of
Give me a
you.
week.
who was at the temple that told you we were there?
Makes you think. Well, we knew ahead of time anyway.
Why?
We know lots of things
How?
Well, you do have somebody who has an inn at the.
because we have
whatchamacallit,
lots of
And we
information.
told the
Prove
people
it.
at the whatchamacallit that we were coming here. Council.
Then I guess we don't have any
I was
information.
like,
Sucks
I
for
could
you.
not think of the word.
yeah, I was like, I knew what you meant, but I couldn't think of the word either.
They went in with the council. Arwynn, don't you remember? They probably told them.
At the council?
Or
You-
I don't know,
that's
whoever
the
you
guild.
had at the ball, who was there, and then we let me jump off the roof, and you were like, "I'm
What?
not gonna let you jump off the roof."
Jumping off a roof.
Yes, I tried to jump off the roof so I could warn everybody, but did I see the person that kept thorn whipping me? One of them kept thorn whipping me, so I couldn't jump off the roof with Featherfall.
Yeah, you recognize the mask from the
You!
spot that was holding the staff.
Yeah. Liar.
And I couldn't jump off, so thanks for that.
You hear
but
coming-
guess
you
what?
hear
Whoa,
com-
I start
hear-
flying.
You hear coming from that mask is just. If you would have jumped off, you would have died.
No, I know Featherfall, and now look at me, and I fly like 1 foot off the ground.
Wow.
What do you care if we live or die?
They need us, remember? Just for a little bit.
They don't need us.
Well,
They want our instruments.
Oh, silly, we're everybody's tools.
Ah,
Until we
called
die.
himself a don't tool. necessarily want your instruments. You as individuals are more important than your instruments.
T scoffs.
These guys are quite alright. Nicer than the guild, at least.
You can believe what you want.
We're
I can't do anything at all, least of all make you believe.
only important because we have the instruments.
You're not. You're very interesting individuals regardless. But I digress
I'll
with
take a
that.
compliment when I hear one. Thank you.
I think we've gotten all we needed to out of tonight, so
You didn't really do anything from what it seemed like.
I'm gonna turn in a sleepy haste to whichever one of them is close to me. When will I see you again?
give it a couple months.
I love you.
But
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
one last thing I will leave you with.
Is it a
Both of you,
Black eye.
both of you to assume we give a fuck about the council. With that, he kind of turns around and begins walking away. Don't you worry, we got everything we needed, sweetheart.
Oh no, still check your purse.
The same one, I assume.
Uh-huh.
I fucking
The same one that is flirted with both you and Kai over the course of this, and Arwynn.
Ambitious, I like it.
This one figure that has done most of the talking is now flirted with 3 out of the 5 of you over the course of this.
Cheese in it.
I don't remember.
What a tease.
Did it just happen? I forgot immediately.
That's fine. Kind of waves, and you see the daggers sort of like fall, the chains retract, and sort of catches all 4 of them before disappearing inside the cloak, and they all walk off. The one with the great sword kind of stops for a second and turns back to your party before kind of turning back around and continue walking.
Huh? I nudged whoever's because they regarded us one last moment. That means we're special. I've read a few
Oh,
books.
you're special, alright.
Oh, my elbows.
I
I've
heard
read a few
that.
books, Sylvanus, and I know that means something good's coming.
They're just like checking on us every now and then to see if we've Marylanded long enough
Like-
for them to roast
Like
us.
scary
Yeah.
nannies with knives.
I want those change knives.
But that was pretty neat.
That was pretty sick.
It was. And the whole time I'm talking, I'm like, without realizing, I'm slowly floating higher and higher.
I'll grab you by your
Oh,
ankle.
thank you, Arwynn. I still haven't gotten control of this yet. Oop. Well, we didn't die,
Yeah.
and now we know that maybe next time we see them, we don't have to completely be like. I'm just doing like weapon motions.
And why not?
Well, because, first of all, you know when you see a big scary person and then you're tiny and you shouldn't attack them and then you don't do it, that, because they're stronger than
If
us.
we pick them off one at a time, they won't be that big of an issue.
Has affected a lot of big scary people.
Well, the
being
thing
now
is that I've
tiny,
noticed is that they always kind of travel in that
I
pack,
was like thinking to myself, like,
and they
Arwynn
can
still
teleport
attack
like
them.
it's nothing, so I feel like they would just
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Teleport away.
I was like, Arwynn still attack
We gotta play the long game, T. I don't think that we're exactly best friends with them, but at least we're not completely enemies.
I think we wait to see
Speak
if
for
there's
yourself.
anything we can get out of them before we kill them. Also, they travel in flocks.
Yes,
So
I
we
said
won't
that.
get
Yes,
them alone.
I'm like gesturing to Arwynn like he's a big, glowing neon
No,
sign.
but-
Like
yes,
Will Smith
yes.
gesturing to his wife.
But we know there's more than those three, and we know their leader.
Exactly, and we know they only travel in packs.
Yes, but we should
Like
pick
a
off
dog.
any that we can while we can, so when it eventually comes to us taking out their leader, it's easier.
I just think if we tried to pick one off, they would all just immediately come and swarm
Why
us. Is
don't-
the thing.
Why don't we just play nice guy to all sides?
Yeah,
Make
but
That's
everybody
what I feel
fight
like
each
we're
other.
kind of
Hey,
doing.
Liz.
Make everybody fight each other for us.
It's like every-
Because their
What my
leader
head,
is trying to kill
that was
Rolf
right there when
and
it
take
happened.
her position
The
as
Yeah,
a
we
god.
don't want that. We gotta
From
just
someone.
wait
What
for
was
the
it?
right moment to slip it and stop.
The tattoo that
with
they
some way
removed from
for us
someone?
to be slippery and slide in. Like
It
some
appeared
sort
to
of-
be an
slip and
inscription
slide?
on the chest right here, and it appeared to be 4 wands.
Okay, thank you.
Ooh.
Mhm.
What's 4 wands?
That was the tattoo they removed from the figure that you guys
I
fought.
have theories.
Which
We
looks
could take
you
it
would
down at
you
some
would know
point,
that
just
looks very
don't
familiar
think
to the
right
tattoo
now
that you
is the
received.
time.
So it appears to be they were removing a tattoo for someone from the stack deck. Yes.
So they're the stacked deck.
Yeah, because you would know that person was working very heavily with the guild, and you had learned that from Melanthe that members are removed if they get too embedded within hyper-political organizations. So,
I'm starting to have theories about this group.
Oh, I've already assumed that we
Yeah.
joined the Black Rose. Yeah, no.
Well, not the Black Rose, but I have theory the Black Rose is in fact inside the stack.
I can't remember the last time we encountered the Black Rose. Was that the room with the thing?
Yeah, that was the ball.
Got you.
so, anything else the party would like to do tonight, or will we rest on and head back to City of Baldur's Gate?
Guess so. I mean,
Yeah, we're good.
Oh wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
It's nighttime. I do things at night. I'm gonna pray to Shar. I'm gonna very politely ask her if she can tell us any more about these. Will tell me, and then I'll relate to the group. Anything more about the tattoos?
Make a religion check.
Can I yell at the sky and ask Sure?
Oh, it's right here.
I was like,
I would say no, just because Fenn's kind of doing this quietly.
I mean, he's chilling there. You see him chilling there, like, dear God. That was almost a natural 20, but it's let's see, 12.
In your head, you hear,
Could you please?
what they are. It signifies something very important. And that is the fact that you are an idiot,
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm incredibly proud of you.
We're like blood sisters or something, aren't we?
sure. God lightning.
You just see Penny get struck down.
Kai, bring him back.
No.
Not
More
this
accurate
time.
than I
Not
believe
again.
your joke intended.
You hear Penny do that in real life. He's so excited. Blood sisters. Sure. I love you. Good night. Well, then I guess.
Alright, so wake up the next day, begin to head back within the within a couple of
If we go south.
Did I
Wait.
introduce my new buddy to fish?
no, not yet.
Was that
What?
fish soda?
I have a bunny rabbit in my pocket.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Well, outside of the group.
No.
You introduced us to fish.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were there for
Yeah,
like
yeah, when you got her.
When you went into the hole and you got the
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Okay.
Fish.
It's about nightfall hits. It's typically about the time that you would start camping, and you can see Baldur's Gate off in the distance. You may be pushing an extra hour or two to get there tonight, if you all would like to.
Will we
Yeah,
push
we'll go
exhaustion?
Only if you really fucked something up, but your choices are either camp about 2 hours outside of the city walls of Baldur's Gate, or just push through and get there.
I feel like what's the point where we can like
Yeah.
literally like see the gates, like might
Yeah.
as well, you know.
Yeah.
Spend an extra 2 hours. Let me...
Everything's on fire.
Yeah, everything seems to go well.
Oh, great.
The entire forest catches on fire.
Sorry, I threw a bead.
The suits are
Ruby.
the suits are just burned to the ground.
I
You
literally
just accidentally sit on on the necklace.
It sounded like you said I threw up rubies.
Every bead raises the
Yeah.
level spell slot by 1.
Could you imagine?
It starts at 3rd level. So 4th,
It would go all the way up to 9th
6th,
level.
7th.
Real quick, I drew disheveled Kai after all this.
Very handsome.
Do you want
Look
to
at
show
that
the camera?
5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, he's got shadow and unplucked eyebrows.
Oh.
Cool.
She just had a whole unibrow.
Show the camera. Share with the class.
Shit with the
Kai's only fans.
clothes. Move your head back. Can't see.
I kind of see.
Is it
You
working?
good? Yeah, you good.
Okay, cool. Oh, here Liz.
Cat is the first, follower of OnlyFans.
Nice. I
She
wanted
gets
his
a
hair's
place
supposed to be
of
messier and gross, but like it's hard to draw his hair not fluffy.
It's just like fun to draw it like Floofy.
Foofy.
That's why I call my
But
cat.
yeah, no.
My little Floofers.
Basically, he looks like shit.
I mean, still looks pretty decent.
Kai, there's
know,
a cantrip that can take care of this.
That's
I
like
press
hot
to
shit.
digitize Kai's face.
Hot shit. A hot mess, if you will. So, you all make your way back into the city limits of Baulder's Gates. It's about 10 or 11 p.m. Is there any place that you would like to head in particular?
Is that a
Home.
The sweets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anything else is open.
What?
All of us are like home to our beds. So
Oh,
you
we've
return
been
back.
since
we've been home.
You return back to the suites. You're able to instantly pick up a couple of things. So you would immediately notice Kat kind of in one corner, kind of facing away from you, sitting at a small table and like a big mug of ale in front of her. And surprisingly enough, in one of the last things you would ever see in life, in the suites here, in the middle of Dust Town, you would see Bastion Brightbane sitting across from Kat and also with a flagon of ale as the two of them are sort of talking and drinking together. He is not in his official garb that you have seen him in or his armor. He is in a fairly plain tunic and pants and boots and is just kind of like sitting there sort of talking with his daughter and drinking.
I like to think I don't recognize him. I'm like, who's that foxy grandpa?
A few months.
You've been about a month and a half.
That means our
Um,
animal messenger's almost here.
You would see Rax and Autumn kind of sitting at the bar enjoying drinks. Curiously enough, Autumn does not have her usual getup on as far as like the ornate dresses she normally wears. She has on a pair of like cloth sort of shorts, and then just a thin sort of wrapping of bandage around her chest area, but leaving everything else exposed.
Why is everybody dressing down today? Is it Friday?
It's Wednesday. Casual Wednesday.
My dudes.
Well, it's like April or like fantasy April.
You're
Fantasy.
I was going to say you're getting right in between Fantasy March and Fantasy April, so you have about 3 months at this point until the Grand Tourney happens.
But it's probably getting warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting slightly warmer. As soon as Lucian returns home, he would kind of bow to you guys and just, I believe I will return to the castle and give reports before anyone comes looking for me, if that is all right with you all.
Would he know Sebastian was here?
He would kind of look and go, good.
Because if he didn't, I would have pointed it out to him.
Yeah, no, he would nod and just go,
I just want to say
Good.
T has made a point not to talk to him unless absolutely necessary. Since he said, "What are you, my mother?"
Oh,
I love that
Uh,
petty
he
shit.
would, I was about to say, yeah, he goes to walk away and like turns around and
You guys are.
You're mad at Tim.
what to Lucian? What do you say to him?
tell Finn I said hi. That's all.
We'll do.
Hello.
And then that was cocked, so let's roll it. As he goes to leave, he would kind of put a hand on your shoulder. T.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Mom.
Oh my god.
I'll say goodbye to him, which I never
For
did.
what? Jumping in bed with my ex or calling me your mother?
I like go say
Can I
oh,
walk inside? I don't want to be here for this.
The second one, that was uncalled for.
So if your mom, did he jump in bed with his other mom? Ex-mom? It's complicated.
Drop it. Drop it.
All right.
No, put it down.
Good night.
I want to apologize for the first one. And then he begins to walk off.
Bye, Lucian.
Man, that's gonna be a fun thing, given that he's on your team for the Grand Tourney.
Oh,
You know, I think I should make my own Lucian
tell
brand
me
potion.
about it.
Not potion.
Unless you guys are gonna replace him. But yes,
Smells
you
like
walk
shit
in.
in the train.
The only other people downstairs that you can currently
Maybe
see
no
are the twins, and Gab and Rare are all sitting at a table, sort of sharing a drink.
Where are the twins?
Aqua and Night.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Duh.
Yeah. Oh, and Mel is also there drinking with them.
T would go looking for Rosalie.
She doesn't appear to be downstairs.
Hey, Night's here. I have
And she
something.
would go up to look for her.
I have something for Night.
Gotcha.
We'll say hi with everybody and sit down.
Gotcha.
What do you
About
do?
I was to say about 10 minutes. Where, do you sit down just by yourself?
No, like I sit down where like the general like group of people that I know is.
Yeah. The
been
twins
a
are there. Gab and Rare are there, and probably within like 10 minutes of you sitting down.
Everybody gets up and
Well, no, it was when
Yeah.
you kind of like sit down because they're like here, and you kind of like sit a little bit off to yourself, and you feel presence on your left and your right as Twi sits on one side and
Your best friends.
and Nox sits on the other side, and just kind of look at you and just they kind of give like a smile
We're
and
just
sort of
my
just like
drow
share with you.
friends. Not that it matters that you're drow, but we sort of have a sense of camaraderie.
So you have something for Night?
Yes, I will be like, oh, while I was at the temple, I have something for you, which I think you will find quite interesting with your type of work.
Okay.
I will give her the Blood of a God vial.
Ooh.
No. Well, that's very interesting. Oh, the Blood of the God vial,
Yeah, like the vial with it in there.
and that's what those two drank
Yes.
from.
I
She
have
kind
one
of
too.
she kind of like looks at it and she goes, This is interesting. Some type of crystal. And as she goes to shake it, you see it is completely solidified.
So
Oh, it's like all congealed.
yeah, there's no way to preserve it, but he figured that hopefully it was Blood of a God. It was a thing they both drank. I was hoping that
We
it
feel
was not
fine.
fully congealed, but it might be something to study at one point.
I can certainly do my best. Oh, there was someone here looking for you, by the way.
Oh, isn't there always? There's been one every day, practically.
Well, someone kind of important, I think. It was her, if I'm not mistaken. She points to a table, and you're able to see there is a very androgynous-looking half-elf, as well as like a light green-skinned tiefling, and then a familiar pale-skinned dragon ferox sitting at one of the far tables.
Oh my.
As the dragon ferox kind of like
This
looks
is
over and
really weird.
makes eye contact with you and just like
She doesn't know you're a ferox, does she?
Kinda. It's
I
a
was
long
saying she turns.
story.
I was saying she turns and looks at you, and even with all the horns on top of her head, she kind of like snakes her arms in between them and just goes.
So I was able to tell her for sending because they have a sending stone, but still you can't show a look for
Yeah.
sending stone.
Yeah. But T, as you make your way upstairs, you enter into the entry room of the suites, and you are able to almost immediately locate Rose Lily, as on the couch there you see Colette just like laid across it, kind of like laying on her back, passed out, and Rose Lily is just like head right about here on top of her, just kind of like
Aww.
passed out, as well as Colette's arms are just kind of like wrapped loosely around her, just kind of holding her as they're both asleep on the couch.
Stepmom.
Like passed out.
Passed out. And you're also like, as you take a couple steps closer, you see like a ton of like magical study and theory books just like laid out all over the floor. A couple of like things that have notes on them. And then you also see like a drawing that has like a very crudely drawn Rose Lily and a very crudely drawn picture of you. Just kind of like standing there holding hands.
Do I think I can lift them?
Both of them?
Yeah.
What's your strength score?
Not
Not
great.
great.
Call me in and I'll do mage hand. Me and Fen will lift him.
We can lift a total of 30
12?
pounds now.
Hella.
Make a strength check for me. It won't be at disadvantage.
Not terrible.
But not good enough.
You do get a +1 to it since you have a 12.
It's a anime like scene.
8.
Ha! Drag them off the couch.
It's definitely a bit of a struggle, but you're able to lift both of them up.
Yikes.
I want to take them to Lil's bed and like tuck them in.
Yeah. You get about halfway up the stairs, and Colette kind of opens up her eyes and you just hear,
Mommy?
"What are you doing?"
Wholesome.
Nothing!
Take it from someone who slept on that couch. It hurts your back.
Guess you'll be sleeping in the bed with us.
Or the one next to it.
Or the bed with them.
Or like cross head,
Kai from
cross
2
lay on
floors
top
down.
of,
But you lay them into bed. They kind of comfortably settle in.
and you curl up at the bottom like a
I
cat.
know one thing I'm doing.
I'll like just tuck them in and like set my things down, and then I'll go down to like the bar to like chill until bed.
Gotcha.
Gonna shoot me?
Yes.
Uh,
I was gonna say, before I talk to anyone, because before Syl forgets or anyone else forgets, he's gonna quickly go plant the seed.
Seed, right.
got you. Solstice goes with you for that, but before you can get more than 3 steps in,
Okay.
Yes.
No, I'm just holding my finger up.
Before you get more than 3 steps in, Sandra comes up to you. Oh, Sylvanus,
Yes.
a letter has arrived for you.
Okay.
It's from yourself. I recently
Here,
passed
there you go.
away.
Stop! That'd be funny though.
Oh, it is. A letter to Sylvanus from Sylvanus.
Wow.
No.
You think anything in particular, Kai?
This is your mother. What did you do to me?
Kind of like and then seeing Bastion being like,
I can see that it's
Bastion looks
cursive.
up
I
and
bet
makes
it's
eye
wrong.
contact with you, and then kind of like looks at you, and then goes back to looking at the cat.
he thinks about going over, but he's like, they're just, after all that, I want like alone time with Kat, so he'll just kind of, I guess probably, are you guys like mostly hanging out in the bar,
Yeah.
talking to
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll just tell him.
do that and kind of keep my distance from Bastion.
I'll keep you company because I know you're just waiting for Cat.
He's just in the corner sipping a beer, like,
I'll
Sit
sit
with
there
me
and
and
sip
try
with you
and
so it
have
looks
some
like
Arwynn.
we're having a conversation. And I'll just knowingly let you wait.
What were you
That's fine.
excited for, Liz?
Nothing.
know.
So I would say the two of you have a very pleasant evening with all of your friends over there. They're kind of like interested to hear your stories of traveling.
And then we fought a dragon, and my head exploded. I felt what it was like for my brain stem to detach from my body, and then I didn't feel it anymore because I fell back into existence alive and well.
They're definitely intrigued. It's a good story.
It is a good story.
About halfway through the night, Luna walks in as well. You can kind of see she has like a lot of bandages kind of like wrapped around her like wrists and her hands and stuff. Oh, hey.
Hey, naturally opens arms for a hug, but doesn't know if that's okay.
Kind of like steps up to you slowly before wrapping arms around you and like lifting you up.
Yay! We get a
Spins a
squish.
couple times.
Dude,
Aw.
what happened the other day? Did we know about the fight? You told us.
Yeah, did you mention the fight to everybody? So?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, totally.
that's an hour.
Yeah,
No,
it was
we
fine.
didn't?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
I'm just.
Yeah, it was cool.
You're just thinking about that note. It's fine.
I bust some skulls.
You keep any as trophies?
Nah.
I mixed
Yeah,
up what I thought the
they're
family
dirty,
was.
man.
What I thought the father was and the mother was. Oh no.
So is the mom the Ferox and the dad is something different?
Let's just think. Things are very interesting right now.
Did you do anything? Any response after you get that note? Or that letter?
Oh fuck.
Oh, Luna, we're aliens.
Oh my god.
Arwynn, the rest of the campaign is
come
just
back to
Arwynn
me
confusing
in a minute.
people.
Only Ferox, it's fine.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, right? We're from some crazy plane where we're like respected.
Just start trying to speak deep speech.
Deep speech.
That's the alien. That's like alien language.
That's
Just take like
Saya.
I
like
just start speaking backwards.
a gulp of alcohol, but don't swallow and just try and gargle it.
Oh, that would hurt.
Just speaking backwards, yeah.
Yeah. All of you managed to reconnect with your people.
Elosa?
Sil, is there anything you do? And T, is there anything you do towards the end of the night or no?
I would just hang out at the bar, so anyone that wanted to join me could join me, and when I go to bed, I get in bed with them.
Wow. You just
But
said that.
like Colette, Rosalie, me.
Uh-huh.
You're like, I imagine you curled up at the foot of the bed like a dog and stuff.
No, I'd like cuddle
Mother and
Lil.
mother with daughter in the middle.
Can I have a moment with Kat?
Yeah,
Or-
she would
or
eventually
it's-
walk to the bar to get her and Bastion another drink. She kind of sort of just leans up against you purposefully and just goes, "Oh, sorry, didn't see you there."
Just immediately wrap my arms around her waist,
Didn't picture you. You
Just,
used to be the
like-
clingy type.
burying my face in her stomach.
It's kind of cute.
I was like, what are you rolling for?
For wholesome.
Oh, true.
Yeah, that's what she says. She just looks at you. Didn't expect you to be the clingy type. It's cute.
I'll just be like, shh. And I'll just like, stand up and say, come find me later, and I'll head upstairs.
As you wish.
You good?
This is a lot.
I just gave her a hug, man.
Alright, so anything else anyone would like to do tonight?
Yes. Well, first I'd like to plant the seed.
As you're reading the note and you're taking like a little bit of time to process everything, Solstice will actually take the seed and head upstairs herself.
Before school goes upstairs, can I just ask you to teach me Draconic while we're home?
Teach it all to me tonight.
While he's there,
All of
like,
it.
reading the letter, you're like, hey, Draconic.
Draconic.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
dragon.
I'm glad we both went to the same place.
Try to do the overriding
Oh. Never mind, we can't say that. Sponsored. Redacted.
We'll get a stone. We'll get a dragon stone.
Yeah.
Yes, so totally. I can teach you how to do Draconic. I have offered it before.
Yeah, you have, but check it out. I got this book, and he just holds up this freaking book. Whoa, it's stuck in my finger. He holds up this like tome. I was like, I was thinking this would be helpful.
Yeah, that would be, because then you would be able to teach you with the letters for that, and then the words, and then I can just teach you how to speak it itself.
Hell
If
yeah.
the ABCs were just all growling.
I am quite
But
fluent in a few languages. I'm fluent in
I feel like demonic language just sounds like
1, 2,
firecrackering.
3, 4,
8 different
5,
words
6.
for gold.
I'm familiar with 7 languages.
You know 7?
Yes.
I know like 2, 3. I don't remember.
Common, Elvish,
I don't
know
Infernal,
anything.
Undercommon, Draconic, Sylvan, and Celestial.
I can speak
I know 4 if
Common?
you count Thieves' Can.
I do
Sylvan?
have these.
But yeah, no one's bashing
Celestial. I don't remember. Is it on this? Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Thieves.
You okay?
Thieves'
Yeah.
Cans is technically its own language, because only
Yeah.
Too tired to deal with Bastion right now.
is that all, Arwynn? Is that all, Arwynn?
That's it.
Okay.
Go plant your seed. Because I know where you're going.
Oh, already went.
Yeah.
But T, as you're drinking, the 2 people sitting next to Nyx kind of like come over and sit next to you.
Hello?
So you would have a very androgynous, like fuckboy looking half elf, and as well as a somewhat like solemn looking green skinned tiefling kind of sit on either side of you and just kind of look to you. And when Sandra comes over, the half elf just sort of slides 2 gold pieces forward, and Sandra just kind of pours all 3 of you drinks.
Oh, it's a good deal.
Do I know you?
The half elf was speaking. No, but you will. We're fighting you in the Grand Tourney. We're on a team with Colette and Mel.
Gibson?
So are we from the same deck?
Oh, that's one way to put it, yeah. Welcome to the club, I guess I should say.
And what do I call you?
Oh, I'm Noxus, and that's Oblivion.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hope you do well. It'd be fun to fight you in the finals. From what people have told us, your friends are pretty confident, so it'd be fun, like getting challenged.
Yeah, we're competent when we really try.
Well, I hope you're really trying.
Like Pen's eye goes lazy for a second.
Why?
This is
So,
funny.
I doubt we'll stand any chance against you lot.
I don't say that. I mean, if Mel thought you were good enough well, I guess 4 of you now to get an invite. Can't be that bad. Plus, I mean, you guys got a dragon on your side. I mean, that's a little unfair.
She's a child.
She's still a dragon. She's pretty fucking scary. Back me up on this shit, Obliv. Just kind of like looks over and you kind of see the tiefling just. Dragons can be quite
Or Nyx.
terrifying.
Yeah, so they do have a dragon. They have Nyx.
What is this? You guys' goddamn obsession with this?
It's funny.
Funny joke.
She's no more powerful than any one of my friends.
Huh? It'll still be fun.
She can't
I
open
think
all
you're
up.
To be honest, I think you're overestimating us a bit. Which, I mean, I do feel honored, but, like,
He's trying to think.
you can't...
He's weak.
Yeah, don't give me too much credit. I think I'm pretty strong, but, like, I mean, I ain't a god.
Is hustling
Not
legal?
him.
Yes. It's hustling
No.
illegal.
But you have two people fighting who both aren't gods. It's totally fair.
Are we fighting someone that is a god?
Maybe. Do you wanna?
No.
I didn't.
Alright, well that's good, because I really didn't have anybody, so,
No, I've had enough fuckery with gods for one lifetime already, and I'm sure it's not over.
I can be completely honest with you right now. You and me both.
You don't have this, and she's just like... And she takes another shot.
Believe you me, I do have something. But, that's totally fine. Oh, now I'm just sad. He also takes a shot.
I just
So-
imagine I can overhear Fen, like, belligerent at a table,
yeah.
and I'm just like...
What do you do after you finish reading your note?
Well,
Head over to
Last
next.
night.
You head over to next or no?
Yes, that was actually the person I was going to before I was handed the note.
Yeah.
So, could me and you speak privately for a short bit?
Of course. How, private do you want it to be?
Just me and you.
Excellent. You want to hold my hand? Thank you. And the two of you immediately just out from in the bar and just you're now out back. Not in the garden or anything, but just out back of the suites. It's just the two of you in the quiet sort of.
The chain
You can
restaurant.
you can hear the river kind of like up against the basin in the distance. Whoa!
Maddie.
Jesus.
This is called a make out pool.
What,
The catch is, if you make it out alive, you're in love.
what did you have? Did you have something in particular to speak about? I feel like.
Yes. So, with our first meeting, you were saying nothing could have worked out. It was just a one-time thing, and then
Apologies.
our second meeting did not really clear up things too well. You said things could work, but like the stars lined up, it was very not clear. I just want to know because we've been talking for months now and meeting more than once and twice. I just want to know where we stand.
She leans in to shut you up and kiss you.
Hey, they did a kind cat.
Do you let it happen?
Wait. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
It happens. You are shut up in the middle of your
Yes.
sentence with a kiss, and she pulls away. Sorry. There are plenty of things that would keep us apart. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. You know, I did promise myself I wouldn't get attached.
I feel that.
There's something I want to say, but if I say it, I feel like you're going to dislike me for it.
I don't believe I will.
Only fuck elves.
Hate that. Possibility.
I'm allergic to foxes.
I'm sorry, that would be hilarious.
I've been a lizard phobe all along.
She kind of opens her mouth and closes it a couple of times, just finally looking at you. You look good like that. It suits you in a way.
So just for a moment, thinks about the two soul thing and just. I've been hearing some things like that.
How does it feel being one of us?
Shorter.
Oh, I had a moment. Shorter.
But it's strange. It's like it's a
True. Didn't expect you'd wind up shorter than me. She's like 5'4", so she
Yeah.
kind of stands up to you about 2 inches now.
You asshole. That was okay.
What?
He kicked me.
Oh.
it's I'm not sure how to put it into words. It's not my body, but it's now my new soul.
It's a rental.
Arwynn was not too clear about that. It's It's a lot to do process still, even more now with that temple.
I see. Do you think we can make this work?
Yes.
Then I guess that clears things up, doesn't it?
Why would you think I dislike you?
Because, I mean, I don't dislike you, but I do
You don't dislike me.
that thing that's more than liking you. That's the problem.
That's a bad thing?
It could be. I don't want you to get hurt because of who I am.
How would I get hurt by that?
You'll see.
Great. Why is there so many things you leave off so cryptic? It hurts.
Not just you.
What do you mean I will see?
You'll see. Well, at least you're in one of the same organizations as me now.
I'm trying to keep in character, Kai. Stop.
You must know that I'm in the deck, yes?
I was able to put that together when Melanie mentioned you were the same team as her. Yes.
Sweetly share that. So it could be a chance.
You're making it sound like there's something else that's holding you back.
There is. But we'll get to that later. That doesn't need to
Why?
be addressed right now.
Why? Later.
Yo, you suck at picking people.
She's the double agent for the guild.
Oof.
It's not something I'm free to discuss, but it's something you will learn in time.
When?
We can make your opinion on me then. Within the next 6 months.
Within the next 6 months.
Indeed.
At the tournament?
Possibly.
Oop! Sorry.
Just hit me with your phone.
Yes.
So
How? My legs are literally under the table and you pegged me with your phone anyway.
I'm skilled. Not in anything that matters, but I'm skilled.
So the reason I'm going to dislike you is because of something you're involved with that's going to appear 6 months from now. That's
Maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's
7, 8,
rough,
9,
but-
10.
You just make things complicated. I'm supposed to be tough and emotionless and not feel anything and not get attached and just float around and be aloof and perfect, but that's really hard to do when I feel the way that they do.
Okay. Kai, we're gonna be friends.
They've been messaging to each other every single day.
I'll say
During
you
the
did,
same-
yeah, I was gonna say they literally have sending stones.
Oh, I didn't know they were using it every day.
Yeah, I was just say they've
I don't do it.
they've-
Oh,
I was going to
like
say, yeah,
OR.
they've had sending stones since before you guys went on T's rescue mission.
I remember that. I didn't
So
know
that
they
was
did it
like
every
no,
day. That makes more sense.
they've been
now.
using sending stones since like Fantasy like November,
Well,
and
we-
it's now Fantasy April.
We just don't do it in every session. Just
Understandable.
because I don't want to like take up 3 weeks of travel where we don't roll anything or do anything, and then have it just me doing something back and forth.
Well, that was helpful information. That
Sorry.
makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They met 3 times.
We just figured just do the settings.
Oh, understandable.
What?
Okay. So you're trying to. Why do you have to be, cold, emotionless? I don't believe this deck is something that you have to be like that. Actually, I do recall Millenfe and Colette have a portrait which is quite the opposite of that.
They've always been the outliers in any group they've ever been a part of. They're
Their own group.
there are 2 very strong reasons why I would never lose faith in an organization like the Stack Deck. They're some of my best friends, to be honest.
What is it? Is it like you're part of the guild? I mean, even if that's
No.
the...
I would never join something like the guild. That, to be honest, sickens me. But they do.
I doubt you. I mean, technically we are assassins, which is kind of the irony, right, of the situation right now. But that's besides the point. There's not much worse that you could be a part of. I mean, other than like the guild, but anything else, unless you're like we're part of like that Bale group years and years ago. But I don't think you are.
I'm not quite that old.
I know. I'm just saying. There's nothing. Like, what could be so terrible?
Well, maybe it isn't. It's something that you'll find out about in time, but
6 months.
for right now. Can we be us for right now?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe in a week, Kai might turn me to another race. We'll see then. But yes, we can be.
I mean,
If you want.
I know you have the tower, but I also have my own room for the night if you would like to join.
At the same tavern.
Sandra is an old friend.
Wait, sorry, I got confused. In this tavern?
Yes.
Okay, yes, different tavern.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I was
there's
like,
a-
wait. I was like, what?
No, you said in the same tavern.
I didn't answer the question.
Okay. Yes. How long? When did you get here?
Just about a week ago.
Yeah, okay.
We're preparing to do a job for the deck.
All three of you?
4.
4. Is Melon Faye the 4th?
No.
Who is Colette? Oh, that's an interesting little group of 4 you have right there.
Well, they might join as well, should she deem the cause worthy enough. She sort of does as she pleases.
Out of character, I didn't see Gallon here, right?
No, you don't see Galanfear.
That would have been my.
It is
next one.
Noxus Oblivion and Nyx all here.
Where is Gallon then?
Oh, he is still back home.
Oh, is he going to be coming soon? And are you staying till the tournament?
I will not be here until the tournament now. I have some business to take care of before the tournament, but we will all be back here for the tournament.
Well, I do have to admit that my surprise I was going to have for you is slightly ruined because I had a special little surprise in case I got to Zenin before you arrived, but that can be for another day.
Surprise me during the tournament. It'll be fun. Maybe I'll get to use that surprise against you to beat you in the tournament.
And then use the money to take you out on a date.
I know what you mean.
Wait, so your secret is involved with what you're going to do in the tournament?
Not necessarily. It's late. We should get to bed.
Okay.
There's time for questions in the morning. But tonight I miss you.
Likewise.
The two of you head upstairs for bed. Sakai, you head upstairs until Kat comes to meet you. You two have a very fun reunion. Or heartfelt, however you would please it to take. T, you eventually do fall asleep with your daughter and Colette. Fen and Arwynn, you manage to shut the inn down, drinking with all of your friends.
Oh, hello.
Fen with your drow friends, Arwynn with Luna, and the twins also are drinking with you, as well as Rare and Gab. You sort of make a few new bonds as you drink with everyone before you eventually head off to bed. As you do get up to your bed, Luna kind of reaches the bed the same time as you do and just go, is this still cool if we...
I'll just flop down on her back, arms up.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Like the elbow move.
So yeah, as Luna comes to bed with you, and Fen, you do eventually get to bed as well. It is quiet in there, as per the roommate agreement rules.
Are you sure?
And as everyone settles back down into a peaceful night back in the city of Baldur's Gate, your mission having been achieved. Down south, the shard still in your backpack, ready to be dealt with in the morning, but all of you enjoying a night of relative peace and the
Quiet.
various relationships, whether it's romantic, platonic, or the friendships that you have forged. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. It's a feel-good moment.
And we're gonna fuck it up tomorrow.
Next Saturday, yeah, maybe a little bit, but still, it's nice to get those feelsy moments. And so, without any further ado, thank you all for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed this not very edgy episode of The Unlucky Few, which is a rare occurrence, I'm sure. What?
The cat's angry.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
And
find out later.
And with us getting ready to check out those noises, thank you all for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll be back at it
Strawberries
again.
are a member of the Rose family, but bananas are berries.
We'll be back at it again next
Bye.
Saturday and next Sunday. This video will be up on our YouTube channel on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So until next time, we've been The Unlucky Few. Bye!
That's a long berry.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching. If you like that, check out our next live stream. We stream every Saturday on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We upload recordings to our YouTube channel every Wednesday. If you want to see more content from us, check out our Twitch, YouTube, and other social medias. All links in the description. Be sure to keep an eye out for some bonus content upcoming. And until then, we'll see you next time.